Ghost Corps. The Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, mystery, and intrigue in the Far East. Scattered about the Far East at strategic points, there live certain quiet, unobtrusive men who, banded together under the name of the Ghost Corps, tread the danger trails of romance and adventure. Far-reaching in its peculiar scope of activity, the Ghost Corps is composed of a mere handful of intrepid adventurers owing allegiance to none but C.D. Baker, chief of this mystery-shrouded band of freelance diplomats. If, by chance, you should wander down the Derb el Yahudi, that street of romance and mystery in Cairo's native quarter, and if your destiny should lead you to a certain dingy green door in a mud wall, you will have found the Mediterranean headquarters of the Ghost Corps. Tonight, K.C. Smith, a member of this organization, and known to his associates merely as K.C., enters that mysterious green portal in the Derb el Yahudi. He mounts the stairs to an upper floor and... But listen.
Come in. Who comes?
A voice from the tomb, from one who casts no shadow.
Aseb?
G4.
Welcome, Habib. Sidi Bakr awaits thee.
Salam alek, Selim, you old heathen. Hello, Baker. How are you?
Well, Casey, got here, eh? We didn't look for you before tomorrow or next day.
That's why I came today, Chief. And it's only by the grace of Mohammed and a badly thrown knife that I got here at all.
A badly thrown knife? I don't get you.
Someone, aside from you and Selim, knows I'm in Cairo. Look here.
A knife, eh? What do you make of it, Selim?
It is the knife of the Beshuin Arab, the weapon used by followers of Malik Pasha. And it signifies...
Well?
That our friend Cassie Smith is marked for death. His presence in Cairo is known.
Any idea who tossed it at you, Casey?
Your guess is as good as mine, Chief. Oh, wait a minute. Besha wins, eh? Since Selim mentioned it, I do recall seeing a couple of them in a huddle with Mustafa, the rug dealer, down the street as I passed his stall a few moments ago.
And within gunshot of headquarters. Did anyone in Alexandria know you were coming here to Cairo?
Well, I didn't publish the fact. I decoded the message from your letter, took ship from Alexandria to Suez, and came across from there.
And that old devil, El Malique, knows you're here. This knife proves it, which makes your job doubly dangerous.
Well, that isn't news, Baker. My jobs are all dangerous. Well, if they weren't, I wouldn't be in the game.
Of course. Well, if you crack this one without getting your throat slit... However, you're leaving for Aswan at once. Old Malik Pasha is gathering the clans for a nice, brand-new holy war. A jihad, with the usual underlying motives, to drive all infidels out of Egypt. Hear any rumors of it down below?
Some. Didn't pay much attention to them. Anything to it?
Plenty this time. Do you know, Casey, I'd give a great deal to see that bloodthirsty old pirate's head decorating the gates of hell.
Wasn't Randolph of the British CID on the case?
Was is right. Been on it for 3 months past, and his chief hasn't had a single report from him. He simply vanished, disappeared. You know what happened, of course.
I still have a vivid imagination.
A good thing you have. However, Malik Pasha is loading arms and ammunition on barges right here in Cairo under our very noses. They're being towed up the Nile and unloaded somewhere. Your job is to find out where.
Well, that shouldn't be so difficult.
No? Ask Selim.
The British, Kasi, my friend, are at loss. They have watched these barges being loaded with harmless-looking boxes, which they are certain contain arms and ammunition, and have followed them up the Nile time and time again, only to find at Aswan that the barges are innocent of any contraband.
Unloading right under their eyes, huh? Somewhere between here and Aswan. Malik Pasha appears to have some clever heads among his agents.
It has the British, the powers that be, worried. We've been called in by them, Casey. The Ghost Corps, as usual, is the last port of call. Because our work is done unofficially, we are not hampered by treaty rights, governmental red tape, and all that sort of thing. So it's up to us, to you.
Nice, soft assignment.
It's serious business, Casey. If you're caught, well, this knife would have been much easier, and a lot quicker than what you may expect from El Malique.
No, thanks. I had one experience with the Jebel Druzes while I was with the Legion. It was quite sufficient. I shan't be caught alive.
I hope not, my friend. You've been playing with this sort of fire long enough to know what it means to get burned. The fact that you've lived most of your life in the Orient and know the Arabs and their customs and speak their language like a native makes you our best bet.
A moment ago, you remarked that you'd like to see Malik Pasha's head hanging to the gates of hell. Suppose he were to die suddenly.
That, of course, would end the jihad for the time being.
Right. Might go look-see. Maybe so can do. Does Selim work with me on this?
No. You'll contact D7 in Aswan, a protege of Selim.
Native?
Selim can tell you about him.
A Muslim Kasi with excellent record. His name is Ali. If you go directly to the quarters of the Corps in Aswan, he will come to you there.
If he's half as good a man as you are, Selim, I'll be well satisfied. Anything else, Chief?
Why, yes. It's rumored that a woman is in the game somewhere.
A woman? Oh. Well, Allah grant she be beautiful.
I've usually found plenty of trouble, Casey, when a pretty woman sits in the game. They've been the downfall of better men than you, or I, my friend.
Oh, but can you suggest a more pleasant fall, Chief? Provided, of course, she is beautiful. You're getting old, Baker.
Perhaps, or more experienced. However, if I'm not mistaken, you know the lady in question. She's a native.
What? Oh, come, Baker. My acquaintance among the fair sex is, after all, rather limited, especially in native circles.
Ever hear of the Shahzadi Amira?
The Princess Amira?
Exactly, the Princess Amira. Know her rather well, don't you?
Not that well, Baker. Why, but it's impossible. It can't be the same. Well, the girl you have in mind is the daughter of Ibrahim El Talak, Sheikh of the Tesselats over in the Italian Libya. There must be some mistake. It simply can't be the same woman. Well, if it is, well, I pulled her out of a jam a few years ago, met her only once.
At Kebir Lak, wasn't it? I recall your report on the case. You took her away from Delil, the renegade French dealer in hashish.
Yeah, something like that. He'd bought her from a slaver. I returned her to her father. But I still don't get the connection. She's Tesselat. El Malique is Beshawin. The tribes are hereditary enemies.
Well, that's for you to find out. Get to the bottom of the jihad. Find out where those arms and ammunitions go. And let me have reports at the usual intervals and in the customary manner. If you see you're going to be in the case any length of time.
Sadia Mira. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Well, if that's all, I'll be going.
That's all. Be careful, Casey, and good luck.
Thanks. I'll probably need it. Inshallah.
Oh, just a moment.
Yeah?
I'm sending Selim to your hotel with you. I don't like the looks of this knife. Follow him, Selim.
Eh?
Well, now, since when does the Ghost Corps furnish its members with bodyguards, Chief? Well, all right, Selim. Keep an eye on my back if you like. Well, here we are, Selim. You can go back now.
I shall see thee to thy chamber, Kasi, Habib.
Your morning, your road, for the love of Allah, give to one of the faithful.
Allah Yatik, I've nothing for thee, beggar.
Make thy plea to Allah, O breather of life. He will hear thee.
Alms, for the love of Allah.
All right, here then. Imshi, get out. Come on, Selim.
May thy night be happy, Zainaba.
Have a care, Yassid. Jackals are at thy heels.
Theo, beggar, thou and thy kind only are jackals.
Yet these jackals are son of camels, walk upon 2 feet like men, and cover their backs with the burnous of the Beshaween.
What's that? Oh, yes. Here, my brother, another piece for thy bowl and thy warning.
Walk lightly, Zainaba. Walk lightly.
May Allah increase thy goods, Ya Rab. Bakshish, bakshish, for the love of Allah, give.
All right, inside, Selim. Up here. My room's just at the head of these stairs. Ah, that beggar, huh? How in the world do you suppose he knows that...
Beggars, Kasi, are the watchdogs of Egypt. They know many things.
In just a moment while I unlock the door. Turn on the lights and close the door.
By the appearance of thy chamber, Kasi, I would say thou hast had visitors.
By George. Well, they made a thorough job of it, didn't they? Ransacked everything. Yes. Malik Pasha certainly has some clever heads among his people.
Look, friend of my heart, sticking to the headboard of the bed.
Where? Oh. Huh. A knife. Pinning a sheet of paper to the wood.
The
Let's
knife
see.
is the duplicate of the one Kasi left with Sidi Bakr. And the papa?
Mhm. Well, this begins to look interesting, Selim. Listen to this. Thou art unacquainted with the charm for curing the bite of a scorpion, yet thou art foolhardy enough to place thy hand in a snake's den.
The Ghost Corps. The Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith, member of the Ghost Corps, an organization of freelance diplomats in the Far East, has been sent by his chief, C.D. Baker, to Aswan to break up the projected uprising of desert Arab tribes under the leadership of the wily Malik Pasha, sheikh of the warlike Beshawin tribe. K.C., the one man in all Egypt who knows what is going on behind the scenes of political intrigue in the Near and Far East, has left the Ghost Corps headquarters and returns to his hotel in Cairo. He finds that his room has been searched in his absence, and, embedded in the headboard of the bed and pinning thereto a cryptic warning message, is a Beshawin Arab knife. The warning reads, "Thou art unacquainted with the cure for the bite of a scorpion, yet thou art foolhardy enough to place thy hand in a snake's den." Tonight we find K.C. Smith, in direct disregard to the warning, leaving the Nile River steamer at the dock at Aswan.
Here, Sheb. Take my bag.
The Effendi goes to the Grand Hotel.
No, to the Shan Bazaar.
Hearing is obeying, Effendi.
Look, Mustafa. There, the Effendi leaving the dock. Had your knife not missed its mark in Cairo yesterday, we would not have our work to do over again.
This time Mustafa's blade shall drink deep.
Nah, fool. You have failed once. Leave him to me, Hassan. I shall not fail.
Then follow, and may Allah guide your hand. I await you at the coffee house of Yaqub.
Here, Sheb. I'll take the bag now. The house I visit is nearby.
The Effendi wishes.
Yeah, the copper for your trouble. And peace be with you.
May Allah increase your goods, master, and to you peace.
Mingling unobtrusively with the colorful throng moving along the street of the Shan Bazaar, K.C. presently arrives at a narrow, dark entrance. Quickly he vanishes inside. A moment later, from a darkened, latticed window of the Ghost Corps quarters, he closely watches the all-too-casual actions of a native in the street below.
I wonder if that fellow down there is my contact. Almost too casual in his actions. Still, Selim said he would come.
For the love of Allah, give.
Beggars. The watchdogs of Egypt. The glamour of the East. Yeah. Smells, filth, intrigue, plots and counterplots. That's the glamour of the Orient. That's strange. The code. And that fellow down there is still watching. I wonder... Da mean?
A voice from the tomb, from one who casts no shadow.
Aseb.
G7.
Come in. Close the door. Well, father of foul smells. So you're G7, eh? No, I don't suppose you understand English.
It is unnecessary to reframe your query into Arabic, Yasid.
Huh?
I speak English, also French and German when occasion demands.
Well, that's better. Selim didn't tell me you were a linguist. However, if you're a member of C.D. Baker's shadowy ones, what is the seal of the Ghost Corps?
The hand of Fatma,
And where is it to be found?
burned in the flesh beneath the left arm.
Let me see it.
It is here, Effendi. Look.
Good. I show you its duplicate. You see?
Aye.
Then you're Ali, eh?
I am Ali. And you, Akasi Smith, G4. I am to place myself under your orders.
Right. Selim told me you'd come to me here. Now, are you certain you've not been followed?
Can the jackal track the cheetah, Effendi?
Oh. Well, nevertheless, there was a man lounging in the doorway of the house opposite when you perched yourself on my doorstep. I'm certain he was watching this house. Did you happen to notice him?
A Beshawin, a follower of Malik Pasha.
Well, I came here openly enough.
When the presence left the Cairo boat this morning, the Arab stood near the landing, waiting and watching. He followed you to this house.
Then they probably trailed me from Cairo. Are you sure he didn't see you when you came in?
I am certain.
Tell me, Ali, is Malik Pasha in Aswan?
There are none who have seen him. It is said that because of an ailment, he remains in his tent in the Beshawin country, from where he exchanges words with a woman here in Aswan as to the progress of his plans.
So, who is this woman?
She is known as the Shahzadi Amira.
So, it's true. I wonder if it can be the same.
You spoke, Effendi?
No, nothing, Ali. Have you seen this woman?
Aye. And perhaps the presence has heard the name, knows the woman?
Perhaps I do. It was several years ago that I saw her. She was then a girl of 19, but... it must be an error in identity. It can't be the same. Egypt is full of women named Amira.
This one would be no more than 23. And she is as beautiful as the stars when only one shines in the heavens.
You're a poet, my friend. But how is it that a daughter of a Tesselat Sheikh and that bloodthirsty old villain Malik Pasha are working...
The story came to me like a desert sand whisper in the night. Some years ago, the Shahzadi was stolen from her father's tent and sold into slavery to a Tuareg prince, who in turn sold her to a renegade Frenchman, a trader in hashish. His name was Delil. You know the name, Effendi?
Well, I've heard it somewhere. Go on.
This Frenchman took the girl to Kebirlak, where 'tis said an Americani took her from him by force and restored her to her father.
Who was this American, my friend?
It is whispered among the desert tribes that he is an honored guest among the Tesselats, that their chief, Ibrahim el-Talak, calls him friend.
Well, what has all this preamble to do with Malik Pasha and the girl Amira?
Presently, Effendi, presently. This Americani has been described to me.
So, what does he look like?
He is tall, like yourself. His eyes are gray, as are yours. He has over the left eye a small scar, similar, in fact, to the one I see over the Effendi's own eye.
So? I might even be taken for the man, eh?
It is quite possible.
You're a fountain of information, Ali. But get to the point. What of Amira?
A year ago, the Shahzadi disappeared a second time to reappear as a captive slave in the caravan of a Moghrebi sheikh in Egypt.
The Moghrebis? Allied to the Beshawins? And Amira probably sold to Malik Pasha and used by him as a decoy, a go-between in the furtherance of his plans for an uprising.
All things are possible, Effendi.
And speaking of El Malique, are you sure he's not been seen in Aswan?
One can be sure of nothing but death, friend of my heart.
You say contact between El Malique and the tribesmen is made through the girl. How's this done?
She dances nightly in the coffee house of one Yaqub in the street of the silversmiths. Those who come to ally themselves with Malik Pasha's jihad are taken to her in an inner chamber.
I see, and she relays these reports to El Malique?
Yes, Kasi. The messenger might be intercepted?
To what end? We'd learn nothing more than we already know. Now, I have a better plan. Tell me, have you been in this coffee house?
I have, Yazid.
And did you see any Wadi Faregs among Yaqub's customers?
Of Beni Wassels, Matsids, Maghrebins, and Beshawins, there are always many. But I have seen no Wadi Faregs.
Good. Then listen. Tonight we visit this coffee house disguised as Wadi Faregs. We go to report to the Shahzadi the willingness of our tribe to join Malik Pasha in the jihad.
By Allah, Kasi, my friend, you look the part. Even to the stench of camels, the disguise is perfect. You are a true son of the Prophet.
Practice makes perfect, Ali. Where is this coffee house?
As I said, in the street of the silversmiths. It is not far.
Ali, Were you to try to locate arms and munitions cached somewhere between here and Cairo, or are you taking care of this end only?
I know nothing of such things, Cassie.
Oh, all right. Let it go. We'll look into that later. Just now we'll concentrate on the coffee house. You're armed?
A knife, Yassid?
Right. We may need it. We're being followed.
Followed? Oh, you mean those men walking behind us?
Yes, 4 of them. They picked us up right after we left headquarters. I'd like to see what they looked like.
Then let us await them here under this archway.
Right. Followers of El Malique, I suppose.
It is likely, though none wears the burnous of the Beshawin. Do we speak to them?
Let them come close. Then we'll take them by surprise.
I understand.
Now. Salam alaikum, Arabi. Ye walk late, my brothers.
We walk when we please, friend.
Then if it please my brothers, we shall proceed together, as it appears we go in the same direction.
We walk not in dark streets with strangers.
Then go your way, and we shall go ours. Behind you.
We like not the stench of sick camels in our nostrils, nor the sound of stealthy feet at our backs.
Only those who would conceal their movements speak thus. At them, my brothers, kill these spine dogs! Kill the pigs!
The Ghost Corps. The Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith, a member of the mystery-shrouded Ghost Corps, has been sent to Aswan to secure information relative to a projected uprising among the desert Arab tribes under the leadership of Malik Pasha. K.C. learns from Ali, his Arab assistant, of a certain coffee house in the native quarter which Ali believes to be the secret rendezvous of the Arab leaders. Ali further acquaints Casey with the fact that Amira, a native Shahzadi or princess, in the guise of a dancing girl, acts as contact between the desert tribesmen and their leader, Malik Pasha. Hoping to learn the hiding place of the wily Pasha, and if possible to contact Amira, Casey and Ali, disguised as Wadi Fareg Arabs, make their way after nightfall through the dark streets of Aswan's native quarter toward the coffee house. As they enter a dimly lit narrow lane near their goal, they're suddenly attacked by a burnoosed, shadowy figure.
Back to the wall, Ali. Look out for those knives.
In close, my brothers. Let my blade dig deep in the Rumi's blood.
There is one who will not again see the light of day.
And there's another. The odds are even, Ali.
Allah, the mangy dog runs.
Well, don't let him get away. After him. I'll take care of this one. You rat of the gutter, I have you. Stand still or I'll choke the life out of the carcass.
My throat, Effendi. Release me. I shall tell all.
See that thou dost. And the truth. For by Allah, I'll leave thee with these other two for the dogs.
I do but follow the orders of El Malique, my master.
So? Malik Pasha is here in Aswan, is he?
Nay, Effendi. He rests in his tent in the oasis of Kundak.
Yeah, he knows I am in Aswan. Well, come on, speak up.
None know thy presence here save we four. And those two are dead, as thou shalt be.
You would try to knife me, would you? All right, brother, you asked for it. Here.
No. May Allah curse thee, Christian dog. Thou hast killed.
Too bad.
Kasi, are you safe?
Not a scratch, Ali. While this fellow talked, he tried to knife me. I twisted his arm and he knifed himself. But the one you followed, where's he?
He was fleet of foot. The dog escaped me. May Shaitan, his father, strike him dead.
Oh, well, never mind him. He's probably going to carry the news to where it'll do the most harm. Come on, let's get out of here before we have the police on our necks.
We return to headquarters and...
No, we're going to that coffee house.
What? You will risk recognition after this? The dog who escaped me will have made
What's
known
the difference? What's the difference? Recognition tonight or tomorrow night, Ali. And maybe we can beat the fellow to the punch by getting to the rendezvous first. How far is it?
There, Kasi. The place with lighted windows just ahead. That is the coffee house of Yaqub.
Right. Let's go. Remember now, Ali, I'm Ben Fareg, son of El Bokra of the Wadi Faregs. Tough-looking place, Ali. But go on, I'll follow.
And may Allah smile upon us now.
Welcome, brother. My humble house is yours. Will the present sit and be served?
The presence, Ben Fareg, comes to view Amira, the new dancer. See that he has the best your house affords.
Hearing is obeying. Give place! Make room, ye sons of Shaitan! The presence Ibn Ben Fareg honors the house of Yaqub with his coming. I lead the way, my lord.
We follow Yaqub.
The dancer, Ali. Where is she?
Presently, Ya Sheikh, presently. You will see then if I have spoken truly as to the grace and beauty of Amira.
There, Ya Sheikh, entering from the stage door, Amira, the dancer.
By George. Baker was right. It's old Ibrahim's daughter.
Bagheer, Kasi. Eyes watch our every move.
Did I not speak truth when I said this woman was beautiful, O master? And does she not dance divinely?
Ah, thy words were but half-truths, friend. She is a creature from paradise. Ah, that such a one might grace my own unworthy tent. How will I let her know I want to speak to her?
Place 2 fingers of your right hand against your beard. She has seen your gesture, Kasi.
Yes? How does she answer?
She leaves the stage now. Another will take her place. And if I mistake not, we will presently be summoned into her presence.
Now, that tall Beshawan with whom she talked, he's coming toward us. Who's he?
Suleiman, her bodyguard. He will lead us to her.
Right. Shut up. Here he comes.
Presence awaits thee, O leader of the faithful.
Lead on, friend. We follow. Keep your hand near your knife, Ali. You're going to see that inner room you told me about. Come on.
I am ready, Kasi.
Enter, my lord. Thou art in the presence, Ya Sheikh.
May Allah smile upon thee, Amira.
Peace and prayer be upon thee, O lady.
And with ye health and Allah's blessing. Come closer, Ben Faray. Ben Faray. Thy voice, Ya Sheikh, hath a strangely familiar. Leave me with these two, Suleiman. Remain before the door, and permit none to enter.
Hearing is obeying, Amira.
Since when, Ya Sheikh, have the Wadi Fareks become grey-eyed ones?
It is the one cause for argument between my honored father and mother. Many have marveled that the son of Ibrahim el-Bokra should have grey eyes.
Strange. Thine eyes, thy voice. But say, Ben Faray, dost know the desert city of Kebialak?
Kebialak is many days' travel from Aswan.
Yet it seems that some 3 years back, a grey-eyed stranger, an American.
The presence must be mistaken. I am Ben Fareg.
Oh, I cannot be mistaken. The grey eyes, that voice. You are... He who came with you, may he be trusted?
With your life and mine, Amira.
Oh, then you are not Ben Fareg. Oh, I am certain now. You are Cassie Smith, a good friend of my people. Cassie Smith, who 3 years ago saved me from the Lil Effendi at Kebialak and restored me to my father. Oh, my friend, your disguise, perfect as it is, could not deceive Amira.
Well, and suppose I am Casey Smith.
May Allah protect you then. You are in grave danger here.
Leave that to Ali and me. But you, what are you doing here?
I am the slave of Malik Pasha, and am forced by him to act as his representative here in Aswan, in the guise of a dancer.
So, how did you get here?
While traveling from Burem to Kufra with my father, our caravan was attacked by Mughrabi raiders. My father was killed. The rest of our caravan was either killed or captured. I was brought to Egypt and sold to Malik Pasha.
The story you heard in Burem was right then, Ali.
Aye, Kasi.
But your father isn't dead, Amira.
My father not dead? Oh, you are sure of what you say, Kasi?
Positive. I haven't seen him since that time 3 years ago, but I've heard of him often, indirectly. He's alive and well. I understand now why he rides the desert with a chosen band of fighters. The Tessalots were said to have turned raiders.
Oh, Allah be praised. He searches for me in the desert. My father and people are not raiders, Kasi.
Oh, I know that. How long have you been here?
Almost a year. Malik Pasha claims to have interviewed the desert oracle woman who has prophesied that a Shahzadi in the guise of a dancer would act for him in bringing about the success of his great hope, the jihad.
Why doesn't Malik Pasha act for himself?
Because of the watchfulness of the British, who know but cannot prove that he is smuggling weapons.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll talk about that later. But you, are you being watched?
Closely. Even Suleiman is suspected.
Suleiman? A Bedouin? And you trust him?
Oh, yes, Kasi. He is a Bedouin, but Malik Pasha had Suleiman's only son put to death for a fancied offense. And for that Suleiman has sworn vengeance.
There is evil here, Amira. These two who say they have come from the desert are impostors.
What say you, Suleiman?
Who are these men?
Oh, they are friends who must be protected.
Thy word is law, Shahzadi Amira. But then they are in grave danger. There is one without who claims to have come but a moment since from Sheikh Ibrahim el-Bokra.
Oh, Allah be merciful. They will kill you, Kasi.
Oh, don't worry about me, Amira. Ali and I can take care of ourselves. Suleiman, Amira says you may be trusted. Would you ride with her to Kufra and temporarily forget your oath of vengeance against El Malique?
I would, Ya Sheikh.
It is many days' travel to Kufra, Kasi, and we have no horses.
Malik Pasha has many, and fleet ones, quartered near here. Can you get 3 and hold them, Suleiman? Well, let's see. Where could you hold them? Is there no other way out of here than through the coffee house? That door in the rear wall, where does it lead?
To the quarters of Malik Pasha.
What? El Malique's here? I understood he was basking somewhere in the desert sun. Is there a way through his quarters?
A door opening from his chamber into our rear court, and thence into our rear street.
Right. Suleiman, bring 3 horses ready saddled to that rear street and hold them there till we join you. Can you do that?
It may be done, Ya Sheikh.
But only 3 mounts, Kasi. We are 4.
3 are enough. 3 are enough, Ali. I'm not leaving us one yet. Suleiman, bring in that Wadi Fareg.
Oh, you will confront this messenger, Kasi?
Our one chance is the element of surprise. And I have a sweet surprise in store for that gentleman. Bring him in, Suleiman. And when you take him out, get those horses.
Hearkening is obeying.
Ali, get over there beside the door in the rear wall. In case of trouble, we'll get out that way. Amira, both of you, take your cues from me.
But how are you...
Only 3 horses,
No
Kasi.
time for explanations now, Ali. You heard my orders to Suleiman. The 3rd mount's Amira's. I'm not leaving us one until after I...
This is he, Amira, who claims to have come as a messenger from El Bokra.
By the Prophet Muhammad, that man is not Ben Fareg. Who should know better than I? Or am I not Ben Fareg myself? The spawn of Shaitan is an impostor, a spy. Death to him!
The Ghost Corps. The Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith, a member of the Ghost Corps, an organization of freelance diplomats operating in the Orient, has been assigned to the investigation of a projected uprising among the desert tribes under the leadership of Malik Pasha, Sheikh of the warlike Beshawins. Disguised as a Mohammedan, K.C. and Ali, his native assistant, are attacked by followers of El Malique while on their way to the rendezvous of the revolt leaders. After driving off their attackers, they enter the coffee house, where a native Shahzadi or princess serves as go-between for Malik Pasha and his subordinate sheikhs. K.C. discovers that Amira, the native princess, is forced by Malik Pasha to act as his proxy. As K.C., Ali, and Amira are planning to escape from the rendezvous, K.C.'s disguise is penetrated, and he's accused of being a spy.
By Allah, that man comes not from Ibrahim el-Bokhra. He is a Christian spy. I am Ben Farag.
The dog lies in his teeth. Look, you breeder of lies. Hast ever seen the star of Muhammad on the breast of an unbeliever?
Hold. The star of Mohammed burned upon the left breast. A true descendant of the Prophet. It cannot be.
Enough, fool. Thy trick hath failed. Thou art the impostor, not I. And thou, Ya Shahzadi, hast thou never beheld an Arab with grey eyes? Truly thou art young to carry the words of desert men to the master, Malik Pasha. What say you, Ali?
Were Malik Pasha himself here, he would have this lying dog whipped and cast into the street.
Enough. Suleiman, thou blind old camel, hast never seen a true son of the Prophet. Let thy men there do their will with the impostor, and when they have finished, throw him to the dogs. Begone.
The horses will be at the rear gate within the half hour of Huzur.
Right.
And now, thou Wadi Fareh pretender, thou hast brought down upon me the wrath of my mistress. Ha! And thou shalt pay me well for that. Come, out with you!
By the beard of the Prophet, that was close.
Aye, Kasi, my friend. But the star of Mohammed, O worker of miracles.
Yes, Kasi, the star of Mohammed upon thy breast. Art thou not a Christian?
I don't suppose either of you have ever heard of collodion.
Collodion?
It is indeed a strange name to me, friend of my heart.
Well, it would be to you, Ali. Sometime I'll explain its intricacies. But there's no time now. We must think of getting out of this. Suleiman will have the horses ready in a few minutes, and we must not keep him waiting.
No, Suleiman, though he be a Beshawin, is trustworthy. He will wait.
I hope so. You say that door in the rear wall leads to Malik Pasha's quarters, and we must pass through there to gain the court?
Yes, Kasi, and there will be men with him.
With El Malik? Well, that's to be expected. How many?
3, perhaps 4.
Oh.
The odds are even, Kasi. 2 for you and 2 for Ali.
Right.
But 4 against 2.
Now, don't worry about that, Amira. Now, pay attention to me, Ali.
Your orders, friend of my heart?
If we get through to Suleiman and the horses, you will ride with him and Amira to the oasis of Kufra. Go direct to the Sheikh Mustafa El Kub and say to him, I come from K.C. Smith. He will supply you with camels and an escort.
And then, Kasi?
Then you will ride with Amira to the home of her people. You will guard her with your life. Do you understand? Do not leave her side until she is safe under the protection of her father.
To hear is to obey, Kasi. And you?
I still have some business here in Aswan. When that's finished, I return to Cairo to report to the chief the breaking up of the jihad.
The end of jihad? We have as yet broken nothing.
Not yet. But have you forgotten, my friend, that in order to get out of here, we must pass through the quarters of Malik Pasha?
But I do not see.
No?
It is not clear. Oh, Ali understands, my friend. 2 against 4.
Exactly, Ali. We 2 against 4.
Gently, brothers, gently. Shahzadi. It appears we have erred in our judgment of the messenger from El Bokra.
Did I not command Suleiman to throw the pretender into the street? Why have my commands not been obeyed, Hasim?
Because, Shahzadi, this one who claims to be Ibn Ben Fareg have proven his identity to our satisfaction. He is truly the son of Sheikh Ibrahim El Bokra,
And how has this been proven?
There is one among us, O Shahzabi, who vouches for him. But that man who stands beside thee has deceived us all. He is a Christian spy.
A Christian, my brothers! A dog of an unbeliever who desecrates the robes of Islam. May the wrath of Allah be upon him.
The rear door, Ali. This way, Amira, quick. Inside, Amira. Shut the door, Ali.
The locking bar, Kasi.
Oh, here it is.
Just in time, my friend.
Oh, Kasi, you are hurt. There is blood on your hand.
It's only a scratch, Amira. Now, which way?
That door at the end of the corridor. It leads to a small chamber behind which are Malik Pasha's quarters.
Well, go ahead, then, and move fast. That door won't stand up long the way those fellows were pounding on it.
Your hand, Kasi. It is covered with blood. Are you...
Oh, that's nothing. The blood's not mine. I merely broke the skin over my knuckles against Hasim's teeth.
In here, Kasi. Softly. Those in the next chamber can hear. There, behind that hanging rug, the entrance to Malik Pasha's chamber.
Amira, is there any way we can get a glimpse of that room without being seen ourselves?
No, Kasi, there is no way. The door is heavy, and it is always kept closed.
Locked?
Nay, these doors are never locked.
Well, we'll have to take what comes then. Now, Amira, listen. You are bringing us personally to confer with Malik Pasha. After you've told him that, go at once and stand beside the door which opens into the court. It will save us time in looking for it. Leave everything else to Ali and me. Understand?
I understand, Kasi.
Good girl. Now, Ali, we take things as they come.
Friend of my heart, I am ready.
You hear that? Our friends out there have broken through into the corridor. We bar this door, Ali, and as soon as we're inside El Malik's room, we do the same there.
Then what is the presence waiting for? We are ready.
Right. Lead on then, Amira. Only 4, Ali. Those 2 beside the divan are yours. Malik Pasha and the other, mine.
Well, woman, whom have we here? Who are these 2?
I bring the Sheikh Ibn Ben Farai, who comes to confer with the presence in person.
And do the Wadi Farigs come to report to Malik Pasha with clothing torn and blood on their hands?
A slight disturbance, Ya Sheikh, in the outer chamber, caused by one who came from the desert in my name, an impostor. It is thought the man is a Christian spy.
What? Another meddlesome unbeliever?
Aye.
Did not the death of that Christian dog Randolph teach them not to interfere with me, Malik Pasha, and my plans? By the red beard of the prophet woman, what ails thee? Must I attend to all these things myself?
Go and stand beside the door leading to the court, Amira. Thy interference, Ya Sheikh, would be useless. The Christian has already been cared for. These torn robes, this blood on my hands.
Good, good. The more unbelievers eliminated now, the less there will be for us to feed to the jackals later. But thou, Ben Fareg, what word dost thou bring from thy father, El Bukra?
The word I bring is for thine ear alone, Ya Sheikh.
These 3 with me, Ben Fareg, are trusted leaders of the faithful. They are of my counsel, so speak openly, Ben Fareg.
Tariq, beware, Ya Sheikh.
What say you?
There are Christian spies within thy house.
Spies within?
They have eluded the men.
What is this, Yusuf?
That man, he is not a Muslim. Though he wear the robes of Islam.
You say he is not Ben Fareg?
Nay, it is he whom Hassan and I followed from the house in the Beni Hassan Bazaar.
What say you, Yusuf?
He it is who killed Hassan with his own knife. He is an infidel, and I believe it. The Ghost Corps. The Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, mystery, and intrigue in the Far East. Assigned to the task of breaking up an uprising of desert tribes under the leadership of Malique Pasha, K.C. Smith, a member of the Ghost Corps, enters a coffee house, the secret rendezvous of the revolting tribes in Aswan. With him is Ali, his native assistant. Both are in disguise. In the coffee house, K.C. discovers that Amira, a native princess, is forced against her will to act as go-between for Malique Pasha and the desert sheikhs. K.C.'s disguise is penetrated, but he proves himself a true son of the Prophet by disclosing the star of Muhammad apparently branded on his breast, thus, for the moment, turning the tables on his accusers. K.C., Amira, and Ali, in their attempt to escape through the quarters of Malique Pasha, are trapped by the Pasha and several of his followers, one of whom recognizes K.C. The American drops the man with a shot from his automatic and holds the Pasha and his men at bay.
Stand fast, all of you. Excellency, tell your friends to behave or they'll find themselves without a leader.
Put down your yargans, my brothers, and do as the misbelieving son of Abel's commands.
Yeah, that's better. Ali.
Here, Kasi.
Stand over there beside the woman. See that she tries no tricks.
But I do not understand.
Hold thy tongue, woman. Watch your speech, Amira. It may mean your life.
So, you are the courageous Kasi Smith.
Not courageous, Malique Pasha. Merely curious.
Had I known of your presence in my so humble abode, I should have prepared a more fitting reception for you, Effendi.
Oh, doubtless. And had I not been in such haste to offer my respects to your Excellency, I should have warned you of my approach. However, now that we understand each other, let us converse a little. Shall we be seated?
Effendi, make yourself comfortable in that chair behind you.
After you, Excellency.
Your will is my will, as my house is yours. Sit, then, and say, what do you seek here?
No, Ali. Kasi must not sit in that chair. It is a trap. It will drop through the floor into a dungeon below.
The chair, Kasi! So, once again, the chair. That throne of Shaitan has caught a spy. Let the Christian dog rot in his cellar below until I need him.
Oh, may Allah protect thee now, Ali, my friend.
His confederate here. Take him for me.
He that fired dog for the jackal. Drop thy knife, thou son of pigs.
Take part against us, Amira. Kasi would have it so.
May Allah curse thee, thou traitor.
Throw aside your weapon, dog. It is useless against the Knives of El Malique. Stand aside, Amira.
Oh, well, it is the will of Allah. There. I am unarmed, O noble dispenser of justice.
That you do not resist is fortunate for you. And to repeat the words of your Christian master, that is better. Keep your knife in his ribs, Mustafa. If he breathe too deeply, thrust home. How are you called, traitor?
I am called Ali.
Ali, a Muslim who has eaten of the Christian religion, a traitor to your own faith. Bah! Take him. That disturbance. What is the meaning of it?
It is Hasim, my lord, and the men from the outer chamber. They seek the Christian and his slave.
Go, woman. Unbar the door. Silence! Silence, dog! So, Hasim, are you all old women to permit a Christian to elude you? Speak. What say you?
No, ya Sheikh. It is not for Hasim to speak, but he who comes in the name of El Bokra, his son. Ben Farag shall be the first to have his say.
Salam, Malik Pasha. The man who came posing as the son of my father is an impostor, a spy. I am Ben Farag, son of El Bokra.
Ben Farag speaks truth, master. The Christian came under the name of Ben Farag, a son of El Bokra of the Wadi Farags. He deceived us all with the star of Mohammed.
What? The star of Mohammed? On the breast of an unbeliever? Fools! Are you all blind?
Nay, master. It is as Hasim tells the presence. The Christian has the star of Mohammed burned upon his left breast. I, Jacob, have seen it.
Impossible. Go and fetch me this Christian, some of you. Suleiman! Suleiman! Where is Suleiman?
Suleiman, master, is not here. He left the house some time ago.
And why is he not at his post? His duty is to guard a mirror.
Perhaps, my lord, the Shahzadi is better able to explain his absence than Hasim.
Well, woman, speak. Where is Suleiman?
Suleiman, master, has gone to the Beni Hassan Bazaar on an errand for me. I thought he had returned.
Suleiman's place is at your side. There are others to be sent on foolish errands. You, Said, find him and bring him to me.
The men, master, bringing the Christian spy.
The curious Cassie Smith. Not so courageous now. The Arabs have a proverb, my friend, which says, "Thou art unacquainted with the charm for curing the sting of a scorpion."
Yet thou art foolhardy enough to place thy hand in a snake's den. Yes, Excellency. I've heard the proverb. It's an appropriate one. I also have a message for you.
A message? From whom?
Have you ever heard of C.D. Baker?
He who is said to be the chief of those known as the Shadowy Ones?
The same.
His name is known to me? What then?
The message I bear is from him.
Another of those meddlesome Christian Secret Service men. But speak. What has he to say to me?
This. The jihad, the uprising of desert tribes, is at an end.
The jihad at an end. Your master seems well informed as to my work. You unbelieving fool. The jihad has only just begun. The tribes await only my word, the word of Malik Pasha to rise up and rid Egypt of her enemies.
Is that the reply you wish me to take back to C.D. Baker?
May Allah curse all unbelievers. Within the month, there will not be a Christian in all Egypt. That is the message soon to be delivered to the world, but not by Cassie Smith. Least of all by Cassie Smith.
Well, that would not be so amusing if it were true.
You have the impudence to defy me? Me, Malik Pasha? Back to his cage with him, Hasim.
Justice, Ya Sheikh. Justice to me.
What justice do you claim, Ben Farag?
The custody of this man who has used my name and desecrated the robes of Islam.
And what would you do with him that I cannot do?
I would send him with my followers to my village, there to await my return. He shall pay dearly for posing as the son of El Bokra.
I shall consider your plea. Meanwhile, into the cellar dungeon with him.
Take your hands from me.
Wait! Malik Pasha, you're not dealing with the British now. You're opposing C.D. Baker and the Ghost Corps.
I do not fear your C.D. Baker nor his corps of shadowy ones. I will teach them something they will not soon forget. And you, my friend, shall be the example. Your head and that of the traitor Ali shall be the answer sent in reply to the message of C.D. Baker. Go, away with him.
A moment, Excellency. Has the presence forgotten why the roomy dog was brought from his kennel? The Star of Mohammed, O Master.
Ah, yes. I am told, Cassie Smith, that you bear upon your breast the Star of Mohammed. If this be so, you shall die here and now by my own hand. Bare your breast, Christian.
The Star of Mohammed?
Aye.
A Christian with the star of the great prophet upon his breast? Who told you that fable?
It is no fable, Master. I, Hassim, saw the brand with mine own eyes.
Is this truth, Cassie Smith?
The presence has been misinformed. The Star of Mohammed is only for those sons of Islam who are true descendants of the Prophet. I am a Christian. Our friend Hassim has been dreaming.
I swear by the beauty of the Prophet himself, my lord. This Roman defiles the religion, the true religion of the Muslim. If the brand be not upon his breast, then may Allah strike me blind.
Enough of this bickering. I would see for myself.
Master, I have searched but cannot find Suleiman. He is not to be found in the house, nor yet in the court.
If the Shahzadi would think, she might remember just where the good Suleiman is keeping himself.
Why, no only that he went upon an errand.
I do not contradict the Shahzadi in that, but perhaps the presence would like to know the nature of the errand.
I sent Suleiman to the bazaar, as I have already said, for some fresh oils and scents. If I did wrong, I ask forgiveness.
Enough, enough. When Suleiman returns, Amira, send him to me.
To hear is to obey, Master.
And now, Cassie Smith, will you bare your breast so that I may assure myself that my people have seen correctly? Or must I have your clothing torn from your back?
Hearkening is obeying, Ya Sheikh. Yet I fail to understand how you can believe such a fantastic tale. However, seeing is believing, I suppose. Look, then.
Allah, it is magic. The Star of Mohammed is not there. Allah, 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 Allah.
The Ghost Call. Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith, a Ghost Corps operative disguised as a Mohammedan, has invaded a disreputable coffee house in the native quarter of Aswan. With him is his Arab assistant, Ali. The Ghost Corps operatives are seeking information relative to an Arab uprising instigated by Malik Pasha. Accused of being a spy, K.C. displays the Star of Muhammad branded apparently upon his breast, thus proving himself not only a Mohammedan, but a direct descendant of the Prophet himself. For the moment he turns the tables upon his accusers. In attempting to escape, K.C., Ali, and Amira, a native princess held by Malik Pasha as a slave girl, are trapped by the Pasha, who demands that K.C. reveal to him the star brand. The brand now becomes an immediate menace to K.C.'s life. If found upon the breast of any other than a direct descendant of the Prophet Muhammad, it means instant death to the wearer. Smiling grimly, K.C. complies with the Pasha's command and slowly bares his breast.
Silence! Silence! Well, Hassim, thou doddering old imbecile, show me the star upon the roomie's breast. I fail to see it.
But by the red beard of the Prophet, Master,
Speak,
I did see...
Speak, man. Your stuttering is like that of a sick camel. Where is the star?
By my head, Master, it is a trick of the evil one himself. The star was there, not 10 minutes since. I saw it with mine own eyes.
Excellency, Hassim is old, his eyes dim, and, as the Presence himself perceives, Hassim was mistaken.
But Mohammed, the son of Yaqub, he too saw the star, my lord.
Aye, Master. Oh, so I thought. If it was not the star of the Prophet, I cannot be sure now.
Enough. You are as blind as Hassim.
But the woman, Amira, she will confirm the word of Hassim.
Amira, speak. Are you also blind? Did you see the star upon the unbeliever's breast?
Amira's eyes, O Master, are younger than those of Hassim. How were it possible for a Christian to be branded with the star of the Prophet?
You hear, Hassim, you dreamer?
Master.
Your place is in the village, with old men and women, where your eyes may rest in the shadow of your tent. Now, take this one back to his cage in the cellar. I shall deal with him later. Go.
Marconi is obeying, Excellency. Come.
Take him away.
Well, Ali, what think you now of collodion, eh?
As I have told you, I know not the word. But the Star of Mohammed, those men and the Shatzadi, they saw it as did I. It was there on thy breast.
Yes. Yes, you saw it. Or rather, you saw something that resembled it. Well, let's have a light and see what sort of a hole we're in. Yeah, filthy den, eh? Those walls look solid.
Why, Yatrasak, by the beard of Mohammed. Look, friend, up there above the chains. On that hook.
By the gods! Randolph's...
And C.D. Baker said he'd give a lot to see El Malique's head decorating the gates of hell. Like that.
Randolph City will not be long alone up there. Those empty hooks on either side of his will soon be occupied if we do... Well, one can die but once, and what is written is written. Allah is great. Allahu Akbar. There is no God but Allah.
Yeah, nice philosophy, but it's no good to us now. We've got to find a way to get out of it.
Listen. There, Cassie. High, in the wall, coming through that opening. Steam.
Yes. filling the room with steam, eh?
No. Not steam, but smoke, thick and yellow.
Yeah.
By Allah, 'tis smoke from a fire of dried hempen root. A vile and poisonous form of hashish. A few breaths of that, and we are doomed.
Poison smoke, eh? And we're shut in here like rats in a trap.
Down, Kasi. Down on the floor.
Wait. Listen.
Kasi Smith.
By Allah, the voice of Amira.
Amira, where are you?
Here, Kasi, opposite the door. A panel in the wall. Come quickly.
Come on, Ali, to the wall. Hurry, this one.
Here, Kasi, this way.
Come on, Ali. Climb through. I'll follow.
Oh, praise Allah, thou art come, Amira. Thou art
Hurry up, Ali, hurry.
So, 'tis done, my friend. Now, you...
Right, there. Well, just in time, Amira. A little more of that stuff and we... Close the panel.
Oh, by the head of Allah, Lord of the three worlds. That was close, Amira.
Oh, I came as soon as possible, Ali. I heard Malik Pasha's order to Hasim, and I came without delay.
And it's a good thing you did. Where do we go now?
A little passage between your cell and another.
Yes? Where does it lead?
Up these stairs, Kasi, to the anteroom before Malik Pasha's chamber.
Oh, the one we passed through a while ago?
Yes, Kasi.
The passage ends here,
Just beyond the panel.
Is it ever used by anyone, Amira?
I do not know.
Well, let's try the anteroom then. Come on.
The upper panel is just at the head of the stairs.
And Allah grant the chamber be unoccupied.
Oh, there was no one there when I came down. And the door to El Malik's chamber, as well as the one opening into the corridor, were both closed.
That reminds me. How did you manage to keep in the good graces of the Pasha? Doesn't he suspect you?
Malik Pasha is an old fool.
Yeah.
He is blind. But Hasim, he is suspicious, watchful.
I know it.
He knows I did not speak truth about Suleiman's absence. And he knows I evaded the question of the star of Mohammed.
That question was well answered. I was afraid he'd have you there. Where did you leave the old jackal?
In his chamber, alone. But here's the panel, Cassie.
Wait a minute before you open it. Is the only way out of this den of killers the way we came in? Through the coffee house, your room, the main corridor, and the anteroom?
Yes, or through Malik Pasha's quarters to the rear court and gate, where Suleiman waits with horses.
Well, I doubt very much if he'll have waited so long for us.
Ah, but things have moved very quickly, Kasi, since he left to fetch them. He will not have waited so long.
Well, I hope you're right. Now, if I only had a gun.
And I my yataghan.
And if ye had a weapon?
Well, we wouldn't be standing here wasting time in speculation.
Here then, Cassie, your pistol. I picked it up from the floor where it had fallen from your hand when the trap opened under you.
Well, good girl. Yeah, that's better.
And is there no weapon for Ali?
Look behind thee, friend. There, leaning against the wall under the panel, a yataghan. It belonged to Mohammed, who has no further use for a weapon.
By my head, Amira, may Allah guard thee and thine always. Thou shouldst indeed have been a fighting man. And now, Kasi, we waste time in idle chatter.
One more question, Amira. What were El Malik's plans for our disposal? Do you know?
Your heads were to be sent to see the baker.
Our heads, eh? Like that one down... Nice ideas that old desert rat has. Well, I can see Baker's face at receiving such a gift.
But, friend of my heart, if the city were to receive instead the head of Malik Pasha?
Not bad, Ali. We'll consider it. But let's get into that anteroom. How do you open the panel, Amira?
This lever.
Wait a minute. Is there a drape or something covering the panel on the other side? I didn't notice when we went through before.
Yes, the walls of the anteroom are heavily draped.
All right, open it. Now, reach through, Ali, and
Make a hole in that drape. See if there's anyone in the room.
The chamber is vacant, but the corridor door is open.
Oh, that's all right, then. Come on, into the room. Here, let me help you, Amira.
Shall I close the door, Cassie?
No, leave it alone. Come on, Ali, hurry.
Oh, by Allah, these narrow openings are not made.
Never mind your grumbling. You'll have plenty of occasion for that before we get out of here. Now, close the panel, Amira. If it were found open, it'd give us away. Get to that door, Ali. See if the corridor's clear. Listen. Someone coming.
Hasim and his men, they are returning from the cellar.
They have found indeed that the birds are flown.
Oh, bringing the news of our escape to El Malique, eh?
But to reach him, they must pass through this chamber.
By my head, had the misbegotten sons of Iblis could have gotten out of the cages a mystery.
And I, for one, do not like the idea of trying to explain that mystery to Malik Pasha.
Oh, Cassie, we are caught.
Not yet. Here, behind these drapes. There's enough room between them and the wall for us to stand. Get between them, Amira. No, be quiet. Here they come.
The Ghost Corps. Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith and his native assistant, Ali, invade a coffee house in Aswan in the guise of Wadi Fareg Arabs. They are seeking information relative to an uprising under the leadership of Malik Pasha, instigator and organizer of the Jihad, or Holy War. Their disguise is detected. They are captured and confined in a dungeon from which they are released by Amira, a native princess held by El Malique as a slave girl. In attempting to escape from the coffee house, K.C., Ali, and Amira are trapped by Malik Pasha's henchmen in the anteroom to the Pasha's private quarters.
Those fellows will have to pass through this room to report our escape to the Pasha. Ali, in case they think to examine these wall hangings and look behind them.
I understand, Kasi. Amira is our prisoner.
Right. Quiet now. Here they come.
By the red bearded prophet, I do not understand how the roomy dog and his helper escaped from the cage in the cellar.
It were impossible, Hasim, unless...
Unless? What do you mean?
Unless they received assistance from someone in the house.
And you believe Mohammed?
I believe it indeed strange that Amira, who saw the star of Mohammed on the breast of the unbeliever, should suddenly refute our word.
Amira, by Allah Habib, you are right. The woman is the daughter of Shaitan, in league with the spies. Yet, how did she release them? Yusuf stands before the dungeon door. He would have seen her.
Hasim,
I must...
what is the meaning of this commotion in my antechamber? Have you all been stricken by the blight that ye chatter like camp women?
Nay, oh, master. We come to report that he is Mohammed, and I have just returned from the dungeon. And the roomy dog and his men have gone, master.
Have what? Cease your stuttering. What have they?
They have vanished, master.
Vanished? Oh. You doddering old fool. How is it possible for two flesh and blood men to vanish from a dungeon with walls of stone 2 hands in thickness?
Nay, master, hear me out. The dungeon is empty. The birds have flown. How they got out? Only Allah knows.
Then these 2 spies walked through the walls, and you have permitted them to slip out from beneath your blind old eyes.
Hasim has not permitted them to escape, master. They were securely locked in their cage. But, master, there is a traitor in this house who has helped them.
A traitor? Under my own roof? Who is this traitor?
If one but knew that, my lord. One of the master's slaves, a woman, perhaps?
Say, master, I have just remembered. There is a way in which the 2 dungeons in the cellar may be reached from this very chamber. I had forgotten it, or I would have spoken of this passage when the presence came to honor my father's house with his person.
A passage? Where is it?
There, behind those hangings, is a panel which opens into a narrow passageway. Stairs lead down to other panels in the walls of the 2 dungeons.
Examine the passageway at once. And tell me, friend Mohammed, are there other secrets in your father's house of which I have not been informed?
None, master. Why the former owner of this house built the passage, I do not know. I came upon it by accident long after my father came into possession of the property.
Enough. Hasim, take men and lights. Examine the passageway and dungeons thoroughly at once. If these prisoners have escaped, they must still be in the house. Find them.
Hearing is obeying, master. Mohammed, you will show me this passageway. You others will search the house and... look, master. There on the floor below the wall hanging. Is that not the hem of a barco?
Yeah, you are right, my Hasim. There your blade, you there at the door. Now, Mohammed, Hasim, strike through the drapes.
One moment, Excellency.
Master, it is Kasi Smith.
And so the lone wolf is trapped once more. And Amira, what means this?
It means, Malik Pasha, that the lady is our prisoner. And if you or one of your men stop us from leaving here, Ali will drive his shotgun through her heart. Now, get away from that door.
Not so fast, friend. The Lady Amira has some explaining to do. And you also. Tell me, Kasi Smith, how did you manage to get out of the cellar chamber and into this room?
Ali stumbled onto the method of opening the panel from our chamber, and we
The dog lies, master. The lower panel cannot be opened from inside the dungeon. The woman must have opened it for them.
It is useless, Kasi, my friend. Mohammed speaks the truth. Malik Pasha, these 2 are my friends. It is true. I freed them from the dungeon and brought them here.
So, you freed them. Well, my child, for that you will receive just punishment. Cassie Smith, Ali, lay aside your weapons or be cut to pieces by the knives of El Malique.
What is written, Kasi. The hand of Allah is lifted from us. We can do nothing against the dogs now.
Right, but watch for opportunities. All right, Malik Pasha. Put us back in your cage.
You shall continue to be my guests until I decide upon your fate. But I shall place you where there is no chance of escape.
The Temple of Tolman, Excellency?
Exactly, Hasim. On the Isle of the Elephant. And see that our guests are comfortably chambered in the crypts beneath the temple.
And the woman, Master?
Amira? We shall find a place for her also, Hasim. But go now. Cassie and his dog must be on the island before daylight.
In thick, impenetrable darkness, far beneath the ruined temple of Tolman on the island of the elephants, opposite the city of Aswan in the river Nile, Casey and Ali discussed their probable fate and the slim possibilities of escape.
There isn't much doubt of El Malik's intentions, Ali. We're going to stay here until it pleases him to put us out of his way. And that isn't going to be pleasant.
Therefore, my friend, we must not be here when it pleases that offspring of the evil one to send for us.
No? Easier said than done. There's no Amira here to help us out through secret panels. By the way, I wonder what they did with her.
She is a brave child, Cassie. I do not like to contemplate her fate.
No, nor I. Got any matches? They stripped me clean of everything in my garments.
As they did me, Habib.
Have you any idea where we are?
No more than you. The Temple of Tolman, sometimes known as the Temple of Kings, has for centuries been nothing but ruins. The existence of these crypts has long since been forgotten, or so it was thought. They are almost inaccessible.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that. They blindfolded us when we came in. It seemed we walked only a short distance underground. I'd like to know the exact lay of the land, how far we are from the riverbed.
Do you notice a peculiarity about the floor and the walls of this crypt, Cassie, and this stone bench upon which we sit?
Peculiar? What do you mean?
The floor, it is wet, and the walls are smooth and damp.
Well, that's what makes me believe we're close to the riverbank. The dampness may be caused by seepage. We're on an island and probably close to water. And furthermore, if we can only...
You heard that? Stones do not fall in such a place as this of their own volition.
Sidi, Ali.
Don't answer, Ali. The sound of your voice might give you away.
Cassie Smith. It is Suleiman. Here, above your head.
Suleiman, the Beshawin. Where are you?
Up near the ceiling of the crypt.
Make a light that we may see you.
I have no matches, no tapers. I am in the mouth of a small passage opening close to the ceiling. I have a rope with me. Listen closely. Amira is here, confined in a nearby crypt.
Amira here? And Malik Pasha?
Will be here soon. I have overheard the guards talking.
Can you fasten that rope up there somewhere and let it down to us?
Yes, a moment until I...
That stone door, it is opening. Wait, Suleiman, with the rope.
Bring the lights closer, Daoud. My guests. And they have not flown from their quarters this time. It is unfortunate, Cassie, my friend, that the Shahzadi Amira is not here to assist you.
Well, our friends of the coffee house, eh? We are honored, Excellency.
At your service, gentlemen. My servants have cared for you well. There is nothing you desire, within reason, of course.
Oh, nothing, Excellency. We're perfectly comfortable.
With perhaps one exception.
The exception, Ali?
Your absence is much more desirable than your presence.
Spoken like a true son of the desert, Ali. And when the time comes, I shall remember your wish. These quarters are a trifle gloomy, but you will not object to that after tomorrow's sunset.
Sunset tomorrow. The beginning of the Feast of Ramadan. So you're going to move us, huh?
That depends largely upon how you look at it.
Come to the point, Malik. What do you want?
The answer to two simple questions. If the replies prove satisfactory, you shall both go free tomorrow at sunset. Otherwise...
Well?
Otherwise, your mutilated bodies will be found floating in the Nile on the second day of Ramadan.
What do you want?
The exact location of the Cairo headquarters of the Ghost Corps and the password which admits one to the presence of your chief, Sidi Bakr.
You'll very likely find C.D. Baker soon enough. The password of the Corps? I've forgotten it.
Perhaps Ali's memory is not as faulty as that of his master.
It seems, Excellency, that Ali's memory has suddenly and unaccountably failed him.
You force me to extreme measures, my friends. Daoud, bind the arms behind them. Hassim, the irons are heated.
White hot, master. The charcoal brazier heats quickly.
Place it there. I regret deeply, gentlemen, the necessity of having to resort to such crude methods, but I have no time to waste. By speaking now, you may save yourself much pain and sightless eyes.
Well, if your methods aren't exactly modern, Malik, they're at least efficient and true to character. Go as far as you like.
Then we shall begin with you, my friend. Hassim, the iron.
Ready, master?
As neatly, as slowly as possible, Hassim. Prolong the operation and commence with the left eye first. Begin.
The Ghost Corps. The Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith and his assistant Ali, members of the Ghost Corps, have invaded a coffee house in the native quarter of Aswan disguised as Wadi Fareg Arabs. They seek information relative to a projected holy war. Their disguise is penetrated. They are captured by Malik Pasha, leader of the revolt. Amira, a native princess held by El Malik as a slave girl, releases them from their underground dungeon. In attempting to escape from the coffee house, all three are again taken by Malik Pasha's men. K.C. and Ali are imprisoned in a crypt beneath the ruined temple of Tolman on the Isle of the Elephants. Suleiman, Amira's servant, finds his way to their crypt. On the point of rescuing them, his operations are interrupted by the unexpected arrival of Malik Pasha, who threatens K.C. and Ali with the loss of their eyes unless they reveal to him the password of the Ghost Corps.
To go through life in blindness, Cassie Smith, is not a pleasing thought for any man, much less one of your energetic and adventurous character. 2 words from you, and Hasim will lay aside his hot irons.
Get on with it. But let me warn you before you go too far with your sport. When you finish this, you will have C.D. Baker and the Ghost Corps to reckon with until you're wiped out root and branch.
Closer with the iron, Hasim.
Aye, master.
And more slowly. Slowly.
And may Allah blacken thy ugly face and shorten thy hours of life, thou fiend.
Thy turn will come presently, my friend.
And then thou shalt see how men face thy foul torture.
Come, Hasim. Finish with the master, then turn your attentions upon the servant.
That stone, Hasim. It fell from the ceiling. Is it Suleiman?
Probably. At least he put Hasim out of the game.
Have a care, master. Stones fall upon our heads.
The evil ones would take the room flame.
The wrath of Allah be upon us, master. Let us leave these dogs to rot.
Silence. Silence, ye cravens. See to Hasim. He is hurt.
Aye, master. He is dead, master.
Yeah.
The stone struck full upon his head. It is the curse of Tolman. Save thyself, master. The curse of Tolman be upon us.
Close the doors on the accursed dogs, and let the roof fall upon them.
Well, so this temple has a curse on it. Our luck's with us again, Ali. Suleiman?
Aywa, Yassid. Are you safe? And Ali?
All right, both of us. Come down now and untie us.
Presently, Effendi.
By the Lord. Superstition's a great institution in this instance. By the way that wolf pack cleared out of here, they must have thought old Tolman himself was up there instead of Suleiman.
Thy help, friend Suleiman, came just at the right moment.
Yes. Another second and your stone wouldn't have done us, or me at least, any good. Here, untie my hands.
The first stone was meant for the head of Malik Pasha himself.
But it is indeed fortunate that it missed him and struck down Hasim instead.
Fortunate for me. Turn around, Ali, and let me get at that rope on your arms.
Aye, friend of my heart. Well, at least we have light in this hole now. In their haste to leave, the jackals forgot their torches. That is better, Kasi. And now?
Up that rope of Suleiman's and out of here. Do we need one of these torches, Suleiman?
Nay, Sidi. The passage is narrow and low. One must creep through on hands and knees. But it opens into a larger passage which is not dark.
Well, then let's get going. You first, Suleiman. Show us the way. As soon as he's up, follow him, Ali. I'll go last.
The rope is clear, Effendi.
All right, go on, Ali. All clear?
Yes, Kasi.
Right.
Suleiman has gone ahead through the passage, Kasi. He awaits us at its mouth.
I'm taking this rope. We may need it. Go ahead.
Do we leave this hole of the evil one now, my friend?
Not yet. We've got to find Amira first. Then I want to look those passages and crypts over thoroughly.
Here, Kasi. The mouth of the passage and Suleiman.
You have brought the rope, Effendi?
Yes. Are we going to need it again?
Nay, but it may be used to bind the hands of solitary guards or prowlers of Malik Pasha's band. If the Sidi and Ali will follow me now...
All right. Where will this passage take us?
To a large cavern. There, just before us. The light you see reflected on the walls comes from that chamber.
Malik Pasha and his followers?
I was just thinking of that, Ali. They're in here somewhere. Now, make as little noise as possible. We're liable to run into them suddenly. Is this the central cavern you spoke of, Suleiman?
Yes, Effendi. It has been but lately occupied. Those torches there on the walls.
Wait, you two, before crowding in there. We're likely to wade into deep water.
But the chamber appears deserted, my friend Kasi.
Yes. Well, come on. What a find for archaeologists. Strange they haven't located this place long ago. Why, it's a maze of passages and chambers, and they're apparently being used.
Where do the tunnels branching from this chamber lead to, Suleiman? Have you been through them all?
Nay, only one or two. That one directly opposite us leads us to a flat stone trapdoor on the riverbank.
5 passageways. I'd like to take time to look at all of them, but... You said Amira is here? Where?
This passage, here to the left. It passes the crypt where she is imprisoned.
Closed by one of those stone contraptions with chains and a windlass?
There is no door closing the crypt she occupies. A low, narrow opening only. But it is closely guarded by followers of El Pasha.
You say that passage goes past her room?
Aywa, Effendi.
Let's have a look at it. We're not getting anywhere standing here. Wait, by George, wait a minute.
The Effendi seems to have found something of interest, Ali.
Ali, Suleiman, come over here.
What is it, friend?
This wall. What do you make of it?
A wall, Kasi, can be only a wall.
Yes. I know. Touch it. Press against it.
By my head. 'Tis only a covering of thick cloth.
Allah.
Painted to look like the rest of the wall. I thought the walls looked strange. Let's see what's behind it. Push it aside.
Boxes. Crates. Probably loot taken by Malik Pasha and concealed here.
It's loot, all right. Look here. Marked agricultural implements. Ah. You know what's in them, Ali?
No. Why should El Pasha gather farming implements in such quantities, Kasi?
Farming implements? Here, give us a hand. Rip the cover off this box.
Aye. That is it, master.
Farming implements, eh? Look there. Ammunition, cartridges, thousands of rounds in these boxes. Rifles, machine guns, and those others.
By my head. Enough to arm all the tribes.
And more coming up the Nile every week.
Here, Effendi. Kegs of powder. Many of them.
Probably for the old muzzle-loading rifles some of the tribes still use. Well, we found the arms and ammunition the British wanted, Ali. And it's easy to see how they got them in here.
Through the stone trap door in the riverbank.
Exactly. To be distributed up and down the Nile when Malik Pasha's ready to open his show. Now, if I only knew when that was...
I neglected to say, Effendi, that on the first day of the month of Ramadan, on the morrow, many innocent-appearing Desabiyas will sail up and down the Nile to stop under cover of darkness behind that same trapdoor.
Oh, to load these boxes and plant them with the outlying tribes, eh? Tonight? And at the end of Ramadan, the end of the month of fasting, Ali and I were to be put to death. Was that the plan?
It is the plan, Effendi. And the jihad will begin on the last day of the month, at midnight.
Well, then we'll have to try and spike Malik Pasha's guns before tonight, before those boxes are slated to be moved.
And you have a plan, Kasi?
Not yet. We'll get a mirror out of here first, if we can. Now, put the cover back on that box.
Aye.
That'll do. Now the curtain back in place, and let's get out of here. Is this the passage to Amira's, Suleiman, the dungeon where she's kept?
Yes, Effendi. Only have a care. The entrance to the cavern is well guarded.
Well, we'll worry about that when we get there. Come on.
The passage before Amira's cavern is lighted, Suleiman?
Look. The reflection of light against the turn in the passage may be seen against the wall there.
Quiet, you two. Come up here, Ali.
Look, round the bend in the wall. Only 2 guards. One's asleep, or seems to be. You take him. I'll take the fellow with the rifle.
Aye.
Suleiman.
Here, Effendi.
When Ali and I have quieted those fellows, you get inside as fast as you can and bring out Amira. Understand?
To hear is to obey.
All right, quietly now. And wait. Someone coming.
We are caught between 2 fires, Kasi. It is Malik Pasha and some of his men. They come this way from the central cavern.
Well, we can't stand here. That opening round the corner there. It's a crypt, isn't it, Suleiman?
Yes, but the light from the wall torch before Amira's cavern will be seen by her guard.
We'll have to chance it. Come on now, no noise.
Light the way, Dahoud. I'll make haste.
Too late. It's Malik Pasha.
The Ghost Corps. The Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith and Ali, members of the Ghost Corps, with the Shahzadi Amira, the daughter of a friendly sheikh, are trapped in a native coffee house in Aswan by Malik Pasha. Their mission is to seek information relative to an uprising of desert tribes under the leadership of the Pasha himself. In attempting to escape from the coffee house, they are captured and confined in crypts beneath the ancient ruins of the Temple of Tolman on the island of the Elephants in the Nile River. Through the assistance of Suleiman, a renegade Beshawin, an erstwhile follower of El Malique, Casey and Ali escaped from their crypt. In searching for Amira, they come upon a huge cache of arms and ammunition smuggled into the ruins by Malik Pasha. Continuing their search for the Shahzadi Amira, they are interrupted by the approach of the Pasha and several of his followers.
Light the way, Dawood. Make haste. I return to Aswan before nightfall.
Into this opening, Ali. Suleiman, quick. They're right behind us. No, back against the wall, in the shadow. Those men in front of Amira's cavern didn't see us when we rounded that corner. We're safe temporarily.
They paused before Amira's cavern, friend.
What now? I hope we're not too late. If they take her out...
Silent. Listen. Fetch the woman now. Some of you go and let the water into the crypt of the Rumi dog and his servant. Mustafa, Ibrahim, Muhammad, come with me. We return to the central cavern.
Ali, Suleiman, out quick. We've got to get into that central chamber first. Come on.
There's no place of concealment there, Effendi.
Behind the curtains, among the ammunition boxes. They'll not disturb those crates till nightfall. By that time, here, under the curtain, against the wall, behind those crates.
More light, Ibrahim. Someone came from a side passage into this chamber. I saw them pass before me.
Belike it was some of Daoud's men going to do thy bidding, master, or others from the river bank.
Light the chamber. Draw the curtain.
There is no one here, master. The cavern is empty save for us. 'Twas belike the reflection from the torches that thy presence saw.
If I were not certain that the misbegotten son of the evil one, Cassie Smith, were locked up in the chamber of Tolman, I could almost believe...
Here's the woman, master.
Come here, Amira. Sit here beside me. The crypts of Tolman are not so luxurious and comfortable as your quarters in my house at Aswan.
I do not complain, my lord.
True women of Islam never complain.
The present sent for me to tell me this?
Not exactly. But would you not be more happy in your old quarters?
If it be the will of the present that I return, I can only obey.
Then answer my questions, and you shall not remain here longer. Cassie Smith was known to you before he came to the coffee house of Yaqub?
Yes, master.
You knew him as one of Sidi Bakar's shadowy ones?
Amira knows Cassie Smith only as the friend of her people.
Come. You knew that both the Christian and his servant were members of that meddling organization known as the Ghost Corps?
I know nothing of it, master. But the present says they were, and I do not understand.
Cassie Smith and Ali are no longer members of Sidi Bakar's shadowy ones, my child. They are dead, drowned like rats.
Oh, no, you cannot have killed them.
Those who interfere with the plans of Malik Pasha must die. This inquisitive Christian and his man knew too much of my project. But they will interfere no longer. And his master, Sidi Bakar. Ibram, bring writing materials from the cabinet. There.
At once, master.
Now, my child, you shall write a letter, a little kitaba for me.
I am to write?
Place the materials here on the table, Ibram. Yes, child. You will write as I dictate. Here is the pen. Write. To the Sidi Bakar. Cassie Smith is dead. Vital information relative to the jihad he gave to me with his last breath. I shall await the Sidi at midnight on the 4th day of Ramadan in the house in the street of the Shan Bazaar. Now, sign thy name, child.
I shall not do this thing, Malik Pasha. I will be no party to the trapping of Cassie's friend and chief.
Sign, woman. Sign the writing as I say. Amira, daughter of Ibrahim El Talek.
No.
You will do as I say, or I shall order Ibrahim to strike off every finger on your hand.
Ali, Suleiman, we're going out there. That fiend will do just as he says. Follow me to the curtain. We'll jump them by surprise. Softly now.
By my head, woman, will you write?
No, I...
Then your hand shall never write again.
Oh,
Your knife, Ibram. Right now.
Ali, Suleiman.
Allah be praised.
Suleiman, lead the way. Any one of those passengers. Ali, take Amira. Follow him.
After them, Mustafa. Mohammed, Daud, bring down that traitor Suleiman.
Kasi, you are...
Right behind you. Keep going. Follow Suleiman and Amiro. Don't lose them.
Daud, come back. Take the men from the chamber of Tolman and cover the passageway leading above ground.
Ali, Suleiman, you heard that? We've got to beat them to it somehow. El Malique knows you're with us, Suleiman.
If Allah wills it so, I am satisfied, Effendi.
They are not following us, Kasi. If we only can conceal ourselves in one of these crypts...
If we enter one of those crypts, they'll eventually trap us. This place is honeycombed with passageways and caverns. They know the combinations. We don't. We'll keep on. Find a way out before they cover all the entrances. We can take it easy now, though, I think.
Aye. The Shahzadi has been through these tunnels before?
No, Ali, never until now.
And you, Suleiman?
I know little or nothing of these caverns, Effendi.
Well, let's rest a minute. Here, in this cavern. Keep your eyes on the tunnel, Ali. We'll move on presently. Suleiman, what did you do with those horses you brought to the rear gate of the coffee house? Or didn't you get them?
I brought them as the Effendi ordered. It was not difficult.
Did you return them to the Sarai when we failed to meet you?
No, Effendi. I waited in the rear street until I was certain you had been taken. I then quartered the horses in a small Sarai just outside of Aswan on the Kufra road. I believed we might still use them.
Good. We'll use them all right if we get out of this. How did you happen to come over here to the island?
In returning from the Sarai where I had left the horses, I came upon Hasim and his men on their way to the river with the Effendi, Ali, and Amira. I followed and swam out to the island in the wake of their boat.
Yes. Then you also knew nothing of this place before tonight?
Only through hearing Hasim and the Pasha speak of the island shelter. I know only the one means of entrance, the door in the riverbank. And what I learned in attempting to find Amira and you and the Effendi.
But there must be other entrances.
Of course. We heard El Malique tell his men to cover them.
There is probably an entrance to the crypt in which I was imprisoned.
Oh, how do you know that?
When they left me in that cavern, they did not go back by the same passage through which they came. I know because there was no covering to the entrance of my chamber, and I saw them continue on beyond it.
Well, that doesn't help us much. We're not in that tunnel. The passage we're following... Have you any idea where it'll lead us, Suleiman?
None, Effendi. I entered the first at hand when we fled from the main chamber a moment since.
Well, we can't stay here and let Malik Pasha take the game out of our hands. We'll go on down the passage and see where it brings us. Let's go.
But do you not think it strange, friend, that they have not followed us?
Yeah, I don't like it, Ali. They gave up the chase entirely too quickly to suit me. Looks very much as if they know exactly where we are. And that we can't get out without their knowing it. Amira, stay with Suleiman. Ali, bring up the rear. Keep your eyes open.
A torch in this den would have...
Oh, no light. It would give us away. We'd make beautiful targets for anyone with a rifle. Careful back there. The passage bends to the right here.
Is not that the sound of running water, Kasi? Listen.
Right. It's ahead somewhere. This passage is widening. Come on.
There is moonlight, Kasi, shining straight into the tunnel.
Yes. Through a crevice in the ceiling. No chance of reaching it, though. Too high up. Wait a minute. I'm walking in water. Stand still, Amira. Suleiman. Come up here, Ali.
Water, Kasi. On the tunnel floor.
Yes. Look there. A cross passage filled from wall to wall with running water. It's backed up into this tunnel.
The tunnel has widened into almost a chamber, Kasi. That water is deep, friend of my heart. It runs very smoothly.
Well, we'll wade in as far as we can. I want to look at that cross tunnel. Suleiman.
Effendi?
You and Amira stay where you are. We'll be back in a few minutes. Come on, Ali. The tunnel slopes and the water's getting deeper. Careful, Ali. Don't let the current draw you off your feet.
By Allah, if that cross passage were a little wider, it might be termed the subterranean river.
Oh, this is far enough. The backwash from the current's too strong to take chances with. Well, this may be a way out, Ali.
The water very likely runs from one side of the island through the tunnel to the other.
Look at the far side of the tunnel, where the moonlight strikes the rocks. If I am not mistaken, there is a ledge running along the edge of the water.
Oh. You're right. Well, how on earth can we get over there, Ali?
That upstanding rock on the ledge, directly opposite us. The distance is not great, 30 feet at most from here. A noose, friend of my heart, in the end of a rope.
Oh, that's it. The rope, of course. Where? I know. I left it back there in the crypt we rested in. Come on, let's go back to Suleiman and Amira. We'll get that rope.
Hurry, Ali. Malik Pasha.
The Ghost Corps. The Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith and Ali, Ghost Corps operatives, are captured by Malik Pasha and, with Amira, are confined in crypts beneath the ruined temple of Tolman on an island in the river Nile. They escape from their prison with the assistance of Suleiman, an Arab devoted to Amira. Fleeing with her into a maze of underground passageways, they find their further progress suddenly barred by a deep, smooth-flowing stream. While Casey and Ali seek a means of crossing the channel, they are warned of approaching danger by several shots, and Amira screams for help.
Hurry, Ali. Those shots, that scream.
Malik Pasha and his
Ah,
dogs.
who else? They crept up on Amira and Suleiman. Wait a minute. Look here.
The dogs have... Oh, Suleiman. He is dead, Kasi?
No. Oh, his heart's still beating. Badly hit, though. Look after him. I'm going up the passage after Amira. I'll be back.
Kasi, Effendi, they took Amira and shot.
Rest easy, Suleiman. Where art thou hit, my friend?
My back.
I shall get water. Here, friend, water. Press this wet cloth to thy lips.
Allah be praised. It is good. Go thou. Follow Amira.
Oh, Kasi will find her. But didst thou see who it was?
No. They came upon me from behind, suddenly.
Here, friend, let me bind up thy wounds.
It is useless. The end is near. Thy word, Ali. Thou wilt carry out my oath of vengeance against Malik Pasha.
The black dog shall cross the river of darkness, accursed of Allah. Thou hast the word of Ali for it.
Thou art the true friend. Allah is great. There is no God but Allah.
Ya Allahu Akbar. La ilaha il Allah.
How is he, Ali?
He is dead. 2 wounds in his back. Either one fatal.
Ah, too bad. A good man. Brave and fearless.
Aywa, Habib. But you, what did you learn about Amira?
They've got her back there in the central chamber, bound hand and foot. 3 of Malik Pasha's men are guarding her.
And the Pasha?
Gone back to the Aswan rendezvous. I overheard those fellows back there talking. Malik Pasha will be back with more men about midnight to see to the reloading of the arms and ammunition.
Oh, yes. They are to be loaded on the dahabiyas tonight.
Which means that we've got to work fast. We expect to get Amira away from those fellows before the jackals gather for the feast.
But we cannot leave Suleiman here.
Well, the best thing we can do for him now is one of these crypts. That one over there will do. Let's get him in there. I'll give you a hand. Come on.
Aywa, Habib.
There.
Easy.
All right. Let him down now. That's all we can do for the present.
To rest in the long sleep of peace in a tomb of kings is more than most true believers may expect. Let us leave him thus, in peace.
Right.
And now, friend of my heart?
Back to the main chamber. There's a projection in the passage near the entrance. It's in deep shadow. From behind it, we can see and hear.
But they will be on the watch for us, now that they have Amira.
I don't think so. I stood behind the projection a few moments ago and overheard their talk about Malik Pasha's return and their plans for tonight.
Then they are fools born of weak-minded women. I should be watchful of my foes.
Oh, so? Not if you'd thought them carried off on the current of an underground stream. Look, you can see into the cavern from here. That black object on this side of the passage near the entrance to the cavern, that's the projection. Stay close to the wall and follow me.
Aywa. Only 4, Kasi, but I do not see Amira.
5. One stands guard close to her. You'll see them in a minute when we're...
Ah, I see now. She is there, my friend, against the far wall.
We're close enough. Listen.
Beginning of the end, Ibrahim, for all infidels. Allah be praised.
Inshallah. Soon all Egypt will be purged of her enemies. These misbelieving dogs will be driven into the sea.
As will befall those 2 spying dogs who have stumbled into the black river of Tolman.
May their bones rot in the depths of their black pits. Why did you not cast the body of that foul traitor Suleiman into the stream, Ibrahim?
May the scorpions of Tolman feed upon him where he lies.
Thou art a fool.
The master wished him to be taken alive. If his body be found there with bullet holes in his carcass, how wouldst thou fare with Malik Pasha?
Voila, you're right. I'll go back and drop the traitor's body into the stream.
Right there.
Close to the wall, Ali. Let him pass. Now, after him. When you have him beyond the bend in the passage.
Ali knows what is to be done, friend. And there will be no sound.
Get at it, then.
My friend.
If the master does not return before midnight, Daoud, is it not enough that one of us watch? The woman is securely bound, and there are none to come to her help.
Now, lazy dog, sleep then. Thou also, Mustafa. I will watch until Ibrahim returns. And he may take my place, since the woman is his particular charge.
You hear, Mustafa? Rest while you have the opportunity. When the master returns, there will be work enough for us. It will be our task to assist in loading those crates and boxes.
By were it not that they are to cause the death of many infidels, I would say leave them as they are for another time.
Ali, it is done, Kasi. In the days of his youth, Ibrahim was marked with the brand of the jackal's cowardice. And when he gazed into the black pit, he was stricken dumb with fear. Suleiman's death is avenged.
Where'd you leave him? I see you have his yataghan.
The last I saw of him, he was floating like a white cork, swiftly with the current of the channel. Yes, it is a good weapon I have, for which Ibrahim will have no further use.
Look in there, then. Those two beside the wall, asleep, or they will be shortly. Daoud, the one near Amira, appears to be in charge.
Even his head also nods. It will not be long before he, too, sleeps.
Right. Then we go in after Amira.
Once we have rescued Amira and are past her guards, we may find the passageway leading out.
You know, of course, which one that is.
Not definitely, that is true, but it may be found.
We haven't time. Those men know this maze. We don't. Furthermore, I'm not so sure I want to leave here before Malik Pasha returns.
Oh, and you have a plan, then?
Well, it can't be called a plan yet. Just an idea. Let's see, what can we do about getting Amira out of there? Those fellows seem to be asleep. Walk as softly as you can and be careful of those loose stones on the floor.
I will draw off the others if they awaken.
Amira has seen us. She knows.
Kasi.
Shh. Keep quiet. Cut these ropes, Ali.
A moment. There. 'Tis done.
Now, back to the passageway.
Mustafa! Mohammed!
Run, Amira! That passageway came out of.
Take them, Ali! I shall take care of them, Kasi! Take that! Take that! Come, Kasi, the way is clear.
Right, come on.
They escaped! After them! Which way? Those lazy camels! Hadst thou not slept like overfed swine, they would not have come upon us! Out, ye fools! Out! After them!
The sons of dogs were confused by sleep, and now more so by the blows we dealt them.
Oh, you are hurt, Kasi.
Nothing, a mere scratch. Mustafa's yataghan grazed my cheek. Wait, here's the crypt where I left the rope. Here it is. We'll need it to cross that stream. Now, down the passage.
We should have cut them down, friend, while the opportunity was ours, instead of giving them merely sore heads.
Malik Pasha will probably do the cutting down when he finds Amira gone. Here's the bend in the tunnel, Ali. The stream's just around the corner. Go easy now.
But the shaft of moonlight on the ledge is gone, Kasi. It will be difficult now to get the rope over the rock.
Wait a minute. Oh, there's still light coming through that crevice up there. Not as strong, but enough. We can try it anyway.
Oh, we are going to attempt to cross that evil-looking stream, Kasi?
Yes. You see that shadow against the wall over there? Down low near the water?
Yes.
That's a rock sticking up from the ledge. I'm going to try to drop this noose over and we'll fasten this end of the rope on this side. I'm going in. Wait here, you two.
Not too far, Kasi. The current, it pulls strongly.
Right. Let's see if I can still handle a rope. Miss.
more. There goes. Well, I got something all right.
Ah, you have it.
I hope it's the rock. It seems solid enough. Now, if I can find something to anchor to on this side. Well, this wall's pretty smooth. Here we are. Come on.
Now watch how you place your feet, Amira, and hold tightly to my hand. Slowly now.
Oh, the water, it is so black. And the tunnel, it is so dark.
We shall stay near the wall on this side. The current here is less strong.
Here, give me your hand, Amira. Hang on to the rope. All right, Ali. It appears to be solid enough over there, but let's put our combined weight on it. Come on, pull.
Together. Together. It will hold, Cassie.
All right, I'll go first. Amira between us. Ready?
I am ready.
Right. Careful now. Here we go. The Ghost Corps. Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. Investigating the rumored uprising among the desert Arab tribes of Upper Egypt, K.C. Smith and Ali, Ghost Corps operatives, are captured by Malik Pasha, Sheikh of the warlike Beshawin tribe and leader of the revolt. Amira, daughter of a friendly Sheikh, because of the assistance she has given K.C. and Ali, is also taken. They're confined in crypts beneath the ancient ruins of the Temple of Tolman on the island in the River Nile. In searching for a means of exit, they find their advance barred by a dark, swift-flowing underground stream. Casey throws a noosed end of a rope over a projecting rock on the opposite side of the channel, and with Amira between them, he and Ali start to cross the subterranean stream. Hold fast to the rope, Amira. We'll be across in a few minutes. Making it all right, Ali?
I am coming, friend.
Oh, Cassie, I can hold no longer.
Catch her, Ali.
I have her. By Allah, this current pulls with the strength of...
Here, let me have her.
Oh, I cannot cross. Can't see the water.
Put your arms around my neck. Get a tight hold on my burnous. Now keep your mouth closed. Here we go. It isn't far.
The rope, Cassie. It is slipping from the rock behind us.
Hang on. The current will swing us across. Look out. Here's the wall. Well, that's one way to cross a stream. You all right, Ali?
All right, friend. Except that I have swallowed enough water.
Here's the ledge. It's all right now, Amira.
Oh, praise Allah. That is over.
Careful. This ledge is narrow.
And the footing is none too secure. Have a care, Amira.
Stay close to the wall. Here, give me your hand, Amira.
By my head, it is as black as the gullet of the evil one himself.
Hang on to the rope till we get to where it's fastened. Watch your step. The ledge is slippery. Here's the rock the rope's on. Not much room to spare in getting around it either. All right, Amira?
Yes, Cassie.
Keep close to the wall and go slow. You over the rock, Ali?
Yes. 1 minute, though.
What is it?
I am unfastening the rope. It is possible that we shall find use for it.
All right, hurry it up.
Yes, friend of my heart. There, it is done. Go on. I follow.
I think the ledge is widening and beginning to incline a little. Easy here, there's a bend. By George. Look there. Lights ahead.
What is it, Cassie?
Probably the mouth of a lighted tunnel.
Lights, Cassie, mean men. Have a care.
Look, the ledge continues on past the opening.
Yes, I've noticed that. Take it easy a moment while I have a look. Now, we don't want to walk into a gang of Malik Pasha's men. Seems to be all clear. Come on.
By Allah, Cassie, I believe we have found a passage which will lead us out of this evil den.
But lights, those torches stuck into the wall, crevices indicate that this passage is being used.
Right. The fact that no one's here doesn't mean that we're going to have the tunnel to ourselves.
The question then is, do we follow this lighted passage or take one of the torches and follow the ledge?
Oh, let us not return to that evil black passage.
I've a hunch, though, the ledge will take us to the river door.
And we shall run into a well-guarded exit. Have you forgotten that it is there the dahabeahs are to be loaded with the smuggled weapons?
No, I hadn't forgotten. Nevertheless, I think we... I wish we knew the time and if Malik Pasha's back from Aswan yet. Well, all right, come on, we'll try the tunnel.
By the beard, friend, I like not the lighted passage. Why do these torches burn so brightly with no one near to tend them?
I didn't know you had nerves, Ali.
Cassie, wait.
Now what's the trouble?
All the time we have been moving into this tunnel, I have had the feeling of being closely watched.
Oh, it's imagination, my dear. Whoever was here very likely left in a hurry. Come on.
But I would like it better, friend, if there were less light. We make such excellent targets for one with a rifle.
Oh, Scott, be still. You two will have me seeing things in a minute. What became of the yataghan you had?
Oh, voila. I lost it in that Black River where I was thrown against the ledge.
Well, never mind. It can't be helped now.
There, Cassie. Behind that projection in the wall.
A stairway, Cassie, leading up into the wall.
Yes, that or an inclined tunnel. That's what I've been looking for. We're farther below ground than I figured. Well, come on, let's see where it goes.
Go slowly, friend. If it be an exit to the upper ruins, it will be well guarded.
I expect that. Follow closely. There's no light. Wait a minute. Ali, go back and get one of those torches from the passageway. I'd like to see what I'm walking into. We'll wait.
Aye, wow. 1 moment.
This looks to me, Amira, as though it might bring us out above ground, somewhere among the temple ruins.
Oh, if only we were out of this horrible place.
Well, my dear, next time we run across Malik Pasha, we'll let him know we're not greatly impressed with his hideout.
Oh, my friend, you laugh at our predicament.
I'm sorry, Amira, but don't worry, we'll get out of this. Oh, here comes Ali with a torch.
Cassie, Amira was right. This place has an atmosphere of evil. The smell of death hangs in the air.
What's the trouble? See a ghost back there in the passage?
Ghosts.
Spirits, Kasi, my friend, are not seen, but one senses their presence.
Well, we're in a good place for it. There ought to be plenty of them wandering around these crypts and passageways.
Someone who is no spirit follows us, my friend.
Oh, nonsense. No one could have followed us from the other side of that channel. The rope gave way behind us while we were in the midstream.
Exactly. But why should a rope securely attached to a rock give way? You fastened it securely, friend?
Why, of course. It probably slipped. Say, what are you getting at? Come to the point.
A rope does not unfasten itself, Kasi, nor is this one frayed. Here is the end you secured to the wall.
Let me see. Oh, a clean cut, eh? There wasn't anyone hanging to the rope behind you, was there?
No, Kasi, not to the rope.
There may be an easier way of crossing that black stream than by means of a rope.
Probably. And with a light, we might have found it. Oh, well, it's too late to worry about that now. Give me the torch, Ollie. We'll see what's at the top of these stairs. Come on, let's go on up. Keep your eyes open, Ollie. Not much to look at. Just a short passageway leading into a small chamber. I had an idea these stairs might... What do you make of all this, Ollie?
I should say that at some time in the past, this chamber had been a tomb, an outer tomb.
Exactly my idea, which would indicate another entrance from the outside, or an exit. Look for it. I'll examine the passageway.
What was that? Kasi, the entrance.
Blocked up. Blocked up. Ah, I must be losing my grip, Ollie, to walk into such a trap with my eyes open. Anyway, we're nicely caught.
But the rock, where did it come from? I saw
Neither did I. I wasn't looking for it, and I should have been. Probably drawn up over the entrance and held by cables or something.
Oh, I knew we were being watched, followed. I sensed it as soon as we entered that lighted passage.
Oh, you're right, Amira. It was my fault. I should have paid more attention to your woman's intuition.
But what are we going to do?
Well, there isn't much we can do, my dear, but wait and see what happens. We'll hear from them soon, I imagine.
Yet, if this be an outer tomb, we may find an exit.
That's right, Ollie. There must be another way of getting into this place. Let's examine the walls closely.
Kasi, Ali, look here.
Ah. Queer way to build the walls of a room. They don't meet, Ollie. Oh, Amira, go over there and look at that other corner. See if it's the same as this.
Yes, Kasi.
Know what we're in for, my friend?
No, Kasi. I have never seen...
I'll bet my right eye this wall and the one Amira's looking at over there are movable.
Then you mean...
Look at this corner. I can put my hand between this and the side wall. The opening runs from the floor as high up as I can see. I mean, this side wall can be moved in toward the center of the room.
Ah. And the opposite wall can be moved to meet this one.
Don't tell Amira, but that's exactly what I mean.
The corner of that wall is exactly like this, Kasi. There is room enough for my hand between the walls.
Well, that's a funny way to build a tomb, eh, Ollie? Well, let's look for that other entrance.
And if there be one, we shall find it opposite the door by which we entered. Let us look there.
Oh, Ali, Kasi, why do you look at me so strangely?
Oh, that's your imagination again, my dear.
The flickering of the torchlight, Amira, that gives the impression.
Oh, no, you have discovered something. These walls. Tell me, Kasi. Oh, Kasi, Ali, what is it?
Easy, Amira. Don't lose your head.
It were better, friend, to tell her. She has proven herself a courageous woman.
Right. We're in a spot, Amira. The side walls of this room are moving together with us between them.
Oh, you mean these walls will come together and crush us?
Malik Pasha seems to have us where he wants us this time.
Then may Allah find a way of prolonging the suffering of that pestilent worm, Yubla Nadim El Malique.
And may the sun of his day be darkened, and the moon and stars of his night be covered by the cloud of the Black Death.
Oh, yeah, I agree with your sentiments, absolutely, but they won't stop the walls from coming in on us.
They are close, friend. Very close now. A little more and...
Give me that rope, Ollie. Quick. Take that torch. Hold it high. Come over here, quick. Both of you. The end wall opposite the door. The Ghost Corps. Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. K.C. Smith and Ali, Ghost Corps operatives, are captured while seeking information relative to an uprising among the Arab tribes of Upper Egypt. With Amira, the daughter of a friendly sheikh, they are confined in crypts beneath the ruined temple of Tolman on an island in the Nile. They escape from their crypts, but are driven deeper into the maze of passageways under the temple by Malik Pasha's men. While seeking a means of escape to the ground above, they enter what appears to be an outer tomb. Behind them, a heavy slab of stone drops before the opening, effectually sealing it up and imprisoning them. As they stand in the center of the tomb discussing their predicament, the stone side walls begin suddenly to close in on them.
The walls are closing in, Cassie. We shall be crushed.
Keep your head, Amira. Don't lose your nerve. Hold that torch higher, Ali. High as you can.
What is it, Cassie?
Don't you see? The side walls don't reach to the ceiling. They must be 10 feet below it. Oh, if we could only get on top of the wall, we'd be safe.
But there is nothing to fasten the rope to. No way to get up.
Those figures cut in the stone at the end wall. You see how they stand out? If I can throw the rope over one of them... Stand back, out of the way.
Make haste. The walls are closing.
Oh, we'll get out yet. Just a moment. No good. Not high enough.
Try again, my friend. Take thy time.
Stand back from the wall a little with the torch. The shadow's up there. That's better. Now, here goes. Oh, blasted, it slipped off.
Perhaps if you stand on my shoulders?
Right. Amira, hold the torch.
Yes, Kasi.
Steady now, Ali. Can you hold me that way?
I can hold thee. Take thy time.
All right, move back away from the wall a little. There, hold it. Now steady. Got it. Solid, too. Let me down.
It will hold, Kasi?
Ought to. Up you go, Ali. When you're on top, pull Amira up.
Aye.
Hurry, these walls can't come much closer without getting us.
All right, Kasi. Fasten the rope to Amira's waist.
Here, Amira. Up under your arms. Now hold fast. How is it, Ali? Plenty of room up there?
More than enough.
Pull away, then.
Now, my friend, thou catch hold, and do not forget the torch.
Coming.
Oh, quickly, Kasi. Another movement of the walls.
All right, let him come now. By George. Just in time, eh? Those rocks aren't a foot apart. Gad, I'd like to see how they work this trap.
Enough that we have escaped it, friend. I am not interested in its workings. Of far greater interest to me is that gallery above those carved figures.
A gallery, eh? Oh, you're right. Well, we'll have a look at it. Bring the rope. I'll carry the torch. Let's go.
You know, to erect that trap, those movable walls, took much time and the labor of many men. The place was first, as may be seen, a great cavern. That chamber of the evil one was built within it.
But certainly not by Malique Pasha.
La, Amira, nor by anyone in this age.
The old jackal certainly found something when he located this hideaway. Look, this gallery seems to run entirely around the cavern. We won't get anywhere by staying with it.
Then perhaps one of these passageways leading off from it?
Yes, the next one we come to. It's a good idea to get away from here anyway. The fellows who worked that squeeze chamber can't be far off.
May Allah blacken their evil faces. Here, friend. A hole dark as the mouth of Gehenna.
Oh, they're all black as Hades. No choice. Come on, somehow we've got to find our way back to the cavern where the arms are hidden.
Oh, Malique Pasha's men will be there, Kasi. There is grave danger.
No more than back there in that wine press.
But why do you wish to return there? Oh, it were better to find a way up to the ground and leave this evil place.
No, there's something I've got to do before we leave the island.
Yet we may wander through these caverns until we perish of starvation, or are again taken by Malique Pasha.
All things are possible, even that.
Oh, if we only are not compelled to cross that black channel again.
One moment. Have you noticed, Kasi, that we have been descending for some time, and that now the passageway is leveling out, and that there are cross paths?
Yes. We seem to have struck a main corridor. There's the first bend. Wait a minute. Stay back with the torch. I'll have a look around that corner. All clear. Come on. By George.
What is it, Kasi?
Come here. Here, Ollie. Look back up that passageway.
I were, Kasi. I am looking.
Well, great Scott, don't you see?
I see only the entrance to a crypt, a long black tunnel extending
The
beyond...
crypt, man, the crypt. Don't you recognize it? The opening. You mangy old he-camel, it's the crypt where they had Amira. We stood right here in this same spot wondering how we were going to get her out.
By the beard of the prophet, yes. And here, just beyond the bend, the crypt in which we waited.
Right. Don't you recognize your old quarters, Amira?
I was frightened, Kasi. When they brought me here, I would not recognize...
Oh, of course. Nevertheless, that's it. Which means that if we keep to this passageway, we'll walk right into the main cavern. It's only a short distance from here. Shh. Silence. Put out that torch, quick. Good. Now we'll get as close to the mouth of that cavern as we can. I've got to know if Malique Pasha's back from Aswan yet, and if those cartridges and rifles have been moved.
We are going with you?
Yes. If there's a chance of our finding a better place to see and hear, I don't want to waste time in coming back after you.
What is your plan, Kasi?
I can't tell yet.
We've got to find out what's happened while we were chasing around this rat's den. We'll make plans later. Come on now and walk softly.
Had it not been for the accursed English, the weapons would have been loaded and gone by now. It is 2 hours past the time.
But why is it that the unbelieving dogs watch more closely on this night than any other?
Who but Allah can answer that? Mayhap word of our plans has leaked out through other spies.
May the accursed Christians be everlastingly doomed to the black pits of Gehenna. When does Malik Pasha return here?
As soon as he can leave the house of Yaqub undetected.
And the signal for the Dahabiyas to come to the river door?
Will be given as soon as the presence arrives.
What of the woman, Amira, and those 2 who are brought here with her?
Allah blight them. How they escaped from a watery grave in the black stream after Daud cut the rope is a miracle. But now... they sleep in peace in the embrace of El Masara.
Ah, the press mill. Back to the bend in the tunnel.
The press mill. Daud has sent Ahmed to the house of Yaqub with a report on the matter.
That's far enough. You heard?
Yes, Cassie, every word.
So that the British are watchful tonight, eh? I wonder why, tonight particularly.
If Ali mistake not, friend of my heart, this is the first day in the month of Ramadan, Cassie.
By George, you've hit it. The month in which the jihad was to break. No wonder the authorities are on the watch.
And we are here with the game in our hands.
Exactly, right on the spot.
And yet we stand idle, my friend.
We've got to get into that ammunition cache and out again without being seen, but how? How can we do it?
Is it that you seek a way in which to drive the men from the cavern?
Well, of course, if we could only get them.
Perhaps I may suggest a way?
All right, go ahead.
In the days of my not-too-serious youth, I was employed by a fakir because I possessed the faculty of throwing my voice, making it appear as though the spoken words came from the mouths of images, idols, and the like.
Ventriloquism? You can do that? Well, great Scott, man, why didn't you tell me that long ago? Just the thing. Could you stand in the passage back from the cavern entrance and put words into the mouths of one of those men?
I have done the like often, Cassie. But of what shall I speak?
The curse of Tolman, that me.
That's it. Remember, Ali. You remember when Suleiman dropped the rock on Hasim's head in our crypt, how the men ran shouting that it was caused by the curse of Tolman?
Aye, voila. I remember well enough.
Right. Now, see here. You're old Tolman Horus himself, come to put the curse on those who desecrate your tomb. Can you do it?
It should not be too difficult, Cassie. Let us place ourselves as near the entrance to the cavern as possible. Come.
Something's up. A lot of excitement out there among that crowd. Here, are we close enough?
This will do.
It seems that more men have arrived, Cassie.
Yes, there's a whole gang of them out there.
Hearken, ye sons of Islam! Hearken! Word has just been received that the master has left the house of Yaqub. He will arrive within the hour.
All right, Ali. Go ahead.
Jesus.
What seek ye here in the place of the dead? It is I, Tolman Horus the First, who speaks.
Daud, what hath come over thee? Thou speakest strange words.
Ye who desecrate the tombs of your kings, hearken. I, Horus the First, place upon the head of ye all, through the lips of these men, the black curse of Tolman.
The black curse
All right, inside, Ali. Amira, quick. We can fool these natives, but Malik Pasha will see through it. And Malik Pasha's due here any minute. Come on, inside the chamber here, and hurry.
The Ghost Corps. Knives of El Malique, a story of freelance diplomacy, intrigue, and mystery in the Far East. Casey Smith and Ali, Ghost Corps operatives, and Amira, daughter of a friendly sheikh, escaped from the dungeons beneath the ruined temple of Tolman, but are driven deeper into the maze of underground passageways by the followers of Malik Pasha. Entering what appears to be an outer tomb, Casey and his companions are again imprisoned as a heavy slab of stone drops over the only entrance. By means of a rope, Casey manages to get himself and friends out of the death trap. In trying to find a way out through the passages, they come upon the main cavern, a cache of smuggled arms and munitions. The cavern is filled with Malik Pasha's men. By trickery and ventriloquism, Ali frightens the superstitious natives out of the cavern.
Quick now, we haven't a moment to lose. Malik Pasha may arrive any moment, and I don't propose to be caught again. Amira, you keep an eye on that passageway. If you hear anything, sing out, understand?
Yes, Kasi.
And I, friend?
You come with me, Ali. We're going to have another look at those boxes of farming implements. Here, behind the curtain.
And if there are pistols and cartridges?
Well, there ought to be. Look for them. Break open some of those cases. Here. Rifles, machine guns, cartridges. No pistols, eh?
I have found none yet, but with perseverance and the guidance of Allah, I may yet. Muskie. Pistols, an entire case of them.
Automatics. Good. Wipe the grease off a couple of them. Tear a piece off your jalebi and run it through the barrels. Rip the tops off the boxes till you find cartridges meant for them. Where are those kegs of powder Suleiman found?
Back there, beside the wall.
Right. Hurry up with those automatics and then come give me a hand.
Aye, Kasi.
Everything clear, Amira?
Here, Kasi. Continue with thy work.
Here, Kasi, a staunch companion when a man most needs a friend. Nicely cleaned and fully loaded.
Fine. Extra clips?
3 for you and 3 for me.
Good. Give me a hand now with these kegs. Stack them in the middle of those boxes and crates. We'll open a few and dump the powder in a pile.
Aye.
Now, leave those smaller ones alone. We'll use them later. These big fellows are the ones to do the work.
But your object in all this, my friend...
What does it look like? Here, help me with these boxes of cartridges. Stack them on the kegs. There. Well, what does it look like?
By the beard of Muhammad. That will make a spectacle such as never before been seen in Aswan.
Or heard either, what? If we can only finish before Malik Pasha and his friends arrive. All right, that's enough here. Now break open a couple more of those kegs and lay a train of powder to where the rest of them are stacked.
I want to see.
Here, I'll give you a hand. This train wants to be thick. Lay it on heavy.
So a little more. Down here, Kasi. There. Good. Now, we knock in the tops of several kegs and lay them on their sides by the train of powder. So.
Well, guess that ought to fix things nicely. Now, those small kegs, we'll each take a couple. Break the heads in.
Aye, that's it.
I'll lay a train of powder from those kegs out through the cavern into the main passageway. Lay the powder close to the wall where it won't be noticed.
You are finished, Cassie?
Not quite, my dear. You'll see the finish, and it'll be worth seeing, I promise you that. Amira, move on ahead of us up the passageway. Keep your eyes open. Hurry it up, Ollie. We haven't got all night.
Cassie!
What's the trouble now?
Come here. Look.
Keep on laying that train, Ollie. I'll be back in a minute. What is it, Amira?
Oh, look, Cassie. The corridor turns here. It runs into a wide cross tunnel. There is water in that tunnel.
By George. A path alongside the channel. And torches on the wall.
But look beyond, into the blackness beyond the last torch. Those glimmering specks.
Ah. Jove. You're looking out into the night, Amira. Those flickering specks are stars. You've found the entrance to Malik Pasha's hideout.
But the channel of water entering beside the opening.
10 to 1, that's the stream we crossed back there somewhere.
Trouble, Cassie? Is it that we have followed the wrong corridor?
No, Ollie, we're all right. See there, beyond that last torch? The entrance to this underground maze. That's the river door.
Then we have sufficient powder in our little kegs, if the distance be no greater than that. And Malik Pasha's men?
Well, either you scared them into taking boats and going back across the river, or else they've climbed up the bank and are headed for the foot of the island.
Let us then finish our task. If we are caught here...
Right. Amira, go on to the entrance. It must be masked in some way from the river and opposite shore. If you see a boat heading this way, let me know. All right, bring that powder train right up to the entrance, Ollie.
Then you will light it at once?
No, not at once.
Oh,
Not
Cassie, a boat filled with men making for the island.
All right. Hurry up, Ollie. Probably Malik Pasha and the leaders of the tribes.
Oh, make haste, Cassie. Oh, the boat, it is close. I can hear their voices. It is Malik Pasha.
Good enough, Ollie. That powder train's right up to the entrance. Hold it now.
Oh, but we cannot get out. They will see us.
And no cross passage to conceal ourselves.
Here, Amira. Down on the floor in that hollow beside the entrance. Down beside her, Ollie. Quick. For God's sake, don't even breathe. We'll have a chance. I think. If we can chance their passing without their noticing us.
British dogs will soon be made aware of Malik Pasha's power. Arms and munitions enough for all the tribes await us here. Abdullah, go you and climb to the top of the ruined tomb. Flash the signal to the Dahabis. Come, my brothers. I lead the way.
By Allah, the sightless old jackal near stepped on my legs.
By the beard. That was too close for comfort. Not one of the old eagles so much as glanced our way.
Oh, let us leave this place of evil, Cassie. They may return.
We're leaving now. Their boat's tied up at the passage opening, and there's no one in sight. We're all set. Ali, you take Amira and get into the boat. Wait for me there.
I cannot help.
Nothing further to do. The feast is prepared. The jackals have gathered. Now to feed them. Wait for me out there in the boat, and be ready to shove off.
Anarai, Habib. Come, Amira.
Why does he wait, Ali? Is there still something?
Take thy place in the prow of the boat, Amira. What our friend hath yet to do is a grim duty.
A duty? Then why does he appear so grave? And thou also, my friend.
Because that duty is not a pleasant one. The lives of a few must be sacrificed to save the lives of many.
All right, Ali, shove off. Out into the stream as quick as we can. Give me one of those sweeps. Pull, Ali. Make for the docks over there, Aswan.
The powder. It caught, my friend?
I'll say it caught. I dropped a torch in it. I saw it flash around the bend of the corridor. I left. Any
It is over, Cassie.
The end of the Feast of Jackals, Amira, and of Yubla Nadim ibn El Malik Pasha. Yes, it's over.
And Suleiman's oath of vengeance hath been fulfilled. Ya Allahu Akbar, ilaha il Allah.
Here, Ali. Tie up at this end of the dock. In the dark. I'd rather not be seen coming from the island. Come, Amira.
Yes, Kasi.
Back to headquarters in the Shan Bazaar. We've got to figure a way to get Amira out of Aswan at once.
The horses Suleiman left at the Sarai, perhaps, on the Kufra road?
We may use them yet. Down this way, Amira.
Allah malak, Kasi. Walk softly. Do you see a glimmer of light behind the green lattice of our windows? Up there?
Oh. Now, whom do you suppose that could be?
Some of El Pasha's erstwhile followers awaiting our return, perhaps?
Well, we'll soon find out. In here, Amira. Stay behind us. Now, Ali, we'll see if our visitor knows the code.
Damim.
A voice from the tomb. From one who casts no shadow.
Ahmed.
G4 and G7.
Come in, Casey and Ali. I've been expecting you. By Jove, you're a filthy-looking pair of beggars. Oh, boy, I beg your pardon. I didn't see the lady.
Baker. What are you doing here? Oh, yes. Amira, let me present the C.D. Baker. The lady, Chief, is the Shahzadi Amira, of whom you've heard.
Shahzadi. I am honored.
Salam, Sidi.
And Ali, you know, of course.
Neharak Said, Yasid.
Neharak Said Umbarak, Ali.
What brings you to Aswan, Chief?
Before we go into that, have you any progress to report on the little matter of
Speak up, Baker. Amira knows all about it. In fact, she had a large share in the cleaning up of the little matter.
Cleaning up?
Yes, Chief. I have to report the backbone of the revolt of the tribes broken, the arms and munitions discovered and completely destroyed, and Malik Pasha dead.
Well done, Casey.
Thanks, Chief. Well, the Ghost Corps carries on.